Four guys sitting tight, 100 minutes messing with ya, 100 beers screaming cheers, 100 topics, no psychotropics. Welcome to the Centurion and enjoy our pandemonium.
Cheers.
Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Centurion. You know the drill. Four guys, 100 shots of beer, 100 minutes, 100 topics. Massive shout out to my boy KyleC in Venezuela for helping us out with the intro song. You did a fantastic job, man. Check him out on YouTube and send some love his way. And if you have any job offers as well, please get in touch with him. We did the screen time challenge, so each person had to try and get like the least screen time that they could. Super challenging. Stay tuned for that one. Bit of a challenge for everyone, as it is in the title, but you know how it goes. Last week, Due to Hold My Beer award went to Maddie Carroll. Thanks, Maddie Carroll, for submitting the great questions. Keep up the good work. And the Plum Award to Dylan Costanza last week for the question. That was a terrible question, Dylan. Keep trying, but try again next week, man. So thanks, everyone.
Sorry,
100 shots,
Jaxon.
let's go.
But we got an important message from our sponsor. So our sponsor today is SeatGeek. SeatGeek is without a doubt the best way to buy tickets on the web. And that goes for almost any kind of event, whether it's a movie, sport match, execution, convention, almost anything. Or as is most likely going to be for our wacky listeners, a beer-related event. Just search up the event you would like tickets for, and SeatGeek already has everything arranged by score and the color, so you know what type of deal you're getting. It starts out as green for the best, and lower in quality you get, it goes to red. It is also extremely useful that once you've found your ticket you want, SeatGeek actually shows you the view from your seat. SeatGeek even teaches you how to come big. This is by far my favorite feature. So be sure to visit SeatGeek. Use promo code BEER. That is BEER for $20 off your first purchase.
Okay, thanks, Shaun, for that fucking terrible ad read. Yeah, my week's
better
been
than my intro.
Yeah, my week's been pretty good.
Sabotage.
You know, it's been a bit better, obviously, because restrictions have eased off, so able to do more stuff, which is good. Getting out of the rut. In terms of the challenge this week, I think I went okay, not the best. My total time was 6 hours and 38 minutes, which I don't think is too bad. I had a bit of a struggle because I didn't really prepare for it. I'm usually used to doing things on my phone. As loyal listeners will know that I've got a pretty shitty laptop, as you can tell from my many pixels on my side of the screen. But yeah, I think it will be enough to make sure I don't have to lose and do either a shot of chili or cinnamon or whatever. But I don't think I did quite enough to win. So yeah, I think it was pretty hard though. I deleted apps like. There we go.
Well, thanks for that, Cooper. Listen, my week was all right. It was pretty weird not being able to use my phone all week. I pretty much just distanced myself from it, put it high on a shelf first day. I didn't realize, though, that it counts as screen time if you're getting notifications and you have it turned up. So I wasn't even touching my phone on Wednesday, but racked up 1 hour for Wednesday. But my total time overall, even including the 1 hour on Wednesday, was 71 minutes of phone time, which is pretty good. 1 minute was today on Friday. I just literally put the thing away. I'm blessed to have a pretty good laptop. Been on my Switch probably more than I have otherwise, so not too hard. I also haven't been out at all this week. I think with the lockdowns, there's no real reason to go out. So it's not like I've, ever even had to be away from technology. It feels a bit weird even now using my phone for anything. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into it. And I'm looking forward to getting stuck into the next challenge because I'm sure I've got this one wrapped up. And that's 2 out of 3 wins for me, surely.
So, yeah, as everyone's done the screen challenge this week, probably the worst week of my life. Not using your phone is an absolute hell. But so as you can see, I'm used to using my phone. I got 12 hours on Sunday, but that's not included in the challenge. For the total week, I got 2 hours and 57 minutes, which I think saves me from doing the plum challenge, but I do have to do the shot. Yeah, I was annoyed because on Monday morning, Sunday night, I was watching a lot of YouTube on my phone, and that carried over, and that kind of screwed me over. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Shit happens. But overall, week's been pretty good. Just been to the standard uni work, whatever everyone else has been up to. And also just not going on my phone is terrible. Anyone who thinks that it's like cleansing to not go on your phone, you're an idiot. Like it's not. It's just an inconvenience and it's shit. And I hate
TikTok.
it. Not even TikTok. I hate TikTok. I deleted TikTok miles ago,
No doodle jump.
Have to agree with you there, Shaun. Thanks for that. My week's been pretty interesting. I realized that I was running with the big dogs when this challenge started after day one. So I kind of realized that I was not in with a chance at all, especially dealing with someone as autistic as Sweeney. So I knew that I was doomed from the start, so I just didn't even attempt the challenge, and I racked up a monumental 26 hours and 2 minutes. So
More than you had last week.
Yeah, I'm
cringe.
17% up from last week. But I was at a disadvantage as well because at work I have to use my phone for like the calculator and stuff like that.
You shouldn't have got a job.
not-
Should learn how to rip well.
No, exactly.
Really,
Everyone
it's
seems to
not
work,
hard.
and so
You took your
yeah, at a
timetables in
significant
school?
disadvantage. But yeah, apart from that, week went really smoothly. Been working
10
all
plus
week,
10.
not sick anymore. 24. So yeah, so the challenge punishment for this week goes to me, unfortunately.
Sean and Cooper as well.
Yeah,
go
me
to
and Cooper have to do a
shot.
shot of vodka. There's
second and
vodka in
third.
here.
I've won the challenge.
I
And
don't know how to
Jackson,
prove this is vodka, but it is.
Jackson onto the cinnamon
Kind of
challenge as well.
My teaspoon of cinnamon. I'll heap
I'm
up
gonna
a
yak
bit more
after
if I
this.
can.
We shouldn't have drunk before this. Holy shit.
My heaped teaspoon of
Yeah,
cinnamon.
let's go,
Good
Jackson.
man. Let's go.
That's pretty good. That's a good amount. Put the whole thing in your mouth.
Swallow.
Try to swallow it. Try to swallow it. Try to swallow it. Try to swallow it, Jackson. Try to do it.
The patented cinnamon challenge.
Cinnamon.
Look at the
How good
dust.
cinnamon.
Look
Look
at
at
this
you.
cinnamon idiot.
You look like such a fool now.
All right, Jackson, off to
The
the
look on
sink.
your face
Off to
is
the-
awesome.
Off to the sink for you.
Look at you gagging.
Put another,
Lucky you didn't
put another teaspoon in. Put another teaspoon in, just for the viewers.
Is he swallowing it or spitting it out? Yeah.
Nah, he's spitting it out. That's fine.
Well,
well,
thanks for
good
that,
job,
Jackson.
Jackson.
Listen, time to announce next week's challenge. Next week's challenge, what we're doing on Monday morning, first thing for me will be starting brand new Reddit accounts. And whoever by the time we film on Friday has the highest karma score on Reddit will win that challenge. So a lot of shit posting, reposting, especially from me. A lot of attention whoring.
I just want to say, I'll probably be Centurion 3, so if you see me, upvote, comment, whatever you have to do, give me some karma. Give me some free karma.
I think we should do you can't repost unoriginal content because then it
Nah,
might just
'cause
be
you
who
can't-
spends
you
most
can't-
time.
No, because you can't really judge that, really.
If you're not
so.
in it, you're not going to win it, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to
just
repost. I'm going to spend
repost whatever the hell you
hours
want.
a day reposting.
Yeah.
My estimate would be probably Sweeney and Jackson use Reddit the most, so they'll
I don't
probably
use
come
Reddit
1 and
that
2.
much, but I do understand how it works. At least I don't.
I think
think
Sweeney will just.
everyone gets it.
He's got that, like Jackson mentioned, he's got that autistic zone in focus on things where he can just really, and he'll just spend all his time on
You
it.
can
Know
walk
the
30
know the tricks.
kilometers. I walked 16 kilometers and my legs wouldn't work.
So, what is the worst gift that you've ever received? Asks loyal listener Ben Narby. Cooper, we might start with you. What's the worst gift you've got?
Oh,
I don't really know. Oh yeah, probably a lot of my friends know me for an infamous Snapchat where I took a photo of a shirt I received on Christmas and says "Take the piss, mum." It was this weird shirt from like Cotton On or something. It had like 8 different colors on it. Didn't fit that well, and it just looked absolutely terrible. It was too tight in all the wrong places. And I hated it. And it was 70. It was not worth the price point. I actually returned it because you should know better.
People might not like this one, but like it was somewhat useful, so I guess it wasn't entirely useless. But for I think it was like 12th. Well, I remember it vividly because it was the only thing I got.
Oh, I've actually got another one.
Birthday to 11. I got a USB drive, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like,
yeah, it's just transfer N60 Project 64 games.
As a kid expecting some new video game or something, like what good games came out in 2010 to 2012? Like, you expect better than that.
Well, Christy Hitchman asks, who comes the fastest and who comes the most, volumetrically speaking? I'll start here. Fastest, not sure. Volumetrically, though, I'd have to back in Shaun. I think Shaun would have so much pent-up cum.
So much
in his
backed
system.
up.
Yeah, you probably would think so.
Any cum unload he does would be...
His
I
balls
think
work
that's
over
probably
time.
it's more the theory where like you build up something and then at one point you release a lot of energy. It's sort of
Would
like
that make
so
him the
it's-
fastest too because he's got that extra sensitivity? What do we think?
I suppose. I think if he went for it,
guess
it'd
so.
be fastest. But, I mean, look, I mean, let's have the battle of the big boys though. Cooper, me, Jaxon. You know,
I think Jaxon, he talks about how fast he comes quite frequently.
Do you reckon
Can we trust that? I don't know. I think I think Jackson's the opposite. I think he's sexually impotent and he can't even writ well. So
let's
I don't
do
even.
a mini
I think he
game
can't even
one
get
week.
hard
Who comes the quickest?
on camera.
If the viewers want to see it, we'll do it.
Yeah, anything for views.
Shaun, what have you got for us, mate?
So the next question is, what's your pick for song of the decade? I would just like to say, I'm assuming it's the previous decade because this decade's only got 1 year. It's Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely the song of the decade and the song that banged the most.
Jaxon? Jaxon, it'd be help if your microphone was near your face. So Cooper, we'll go to you.
Okay, my song of the decade probably was Nice Guys by Nigga Higger. It was really my high school anthem. Often I was seeing in high school that I had, during my sexual development, I had a lot of crushes on girls, but they never really went for me. They always went for the more jock
Didn't you
type.
like that girl named Higger?
Who?
Higa.
Higger? Was that?
We don't talk about Higa. We don't.
I think that's just a poor intent of the joke. And I think you just have to take a good look in the mirror.
All right, Riptide. I reckon. Oh, Brother. Really like Brother
Yeah,
by
probably
Matt Corby.
Probably Riptide.
Good
Riptide's
song.
pretty good.
So the next question we got here is, what's the hardest you've been hit in the nuts? And I think Cooper might have something to say about this. I remember a story about Cooper.
Oh yeah, no. I was in Bali, and I was in this club, and this girl comes up to me, and she's like, "Oh, like you want
What are you
to
about?
come back to mine for some fun?"
Some boom.
I was like, "Oh, sure. This sounds great." Went back to her place, and I'm not proud to admit it, but I paid her a little money, and she started punching me in the nuts. I was like, "No, I didn't pay for this. What a wild ride!" And it was a disappointment, but
You're missing
really
the part of
got
the
me good.
story where
You haven't
punch
been
her in
able to
the
come
face.
without nut, cock, and ball torture ever since.
Mate, I haven't
you
been
gave her
able
a
to come
black
at all
eye.
since then.
Hardest I've ever been punched in the nuts is I was at my grandma's house doing acid, and my
What
friends
did
were
Grandma
there.
do to you?
Nah, she wasn't there. She was
Mate,
in
best
Bali.
grandma ever.
And
you
Jack
in the nuts
Alger, a
and
friend
give
of
you
the
acid.
show, I was just
Mate, she
laying
was in
there,
Bali with
just
Cooper.
smacks me in the balls. Yeah, Cooper paid her or something. I don't know.
So next question is a mini game. Everyone mimic one emoji. You can stop when someone guesses yours. So Sweeney, you go first.
Okay.
No, everyone
just
get
do
one.
it. Everyone do it. You're the cricket guy.
Sean's sad.
Like,
Yeah, Sean's sad.
ultra sad.
I'm ultra sad.
You're
Is that
the.
with the tears?
You can't say
No,
what you are.
no,
You
I
got to do
didn't have
another
tears.
one.
I didn't have tears. Well,
Okay,
now
I'll
you
do
got.
another one. I'll do another one.
Jaxon, geez, that's default. Jaxon, you're the wow face. You're the angry face.
No, I'm not.
Sweeney ballet dancing.
Nah.
So he's a cricketer or golfer
Yeah, golf.
Cooper's winking.
Winking smart.
Cooper's rolling his eye.
XD.
Cooper's looking away. He's in
When you
disgust.
put XD in, your emoji comes up.
No, I'm the cheat. Oh, I can't tell you.
Jaxon, do more with your mouth. Emphasize your mouth a bit more. Jackson's the
I can't do
neutral. Jackson's the
you're the
neutral, like
straight line
awkward. The like
You're the straight line neutral face.
awkward.
Yeah,
I
that
was the
one.
cheeky face. I was
All right.
the
So
Yeah, that's
next
what I was
question
thinking
is, what did you guys give up for Lent last year? I mean, this year, and I'll start because
cheeky. Gave up saying the N-word.
my mum told me,
Sure.
yeah,
Finally.
it was a hard one. It was the N-word and lollies and chocolate, all three of those. But I didn't really commit to it. At one point, Cooper saw me eat lollies and chocolate all in one little bundle.
What a fucking sick story, Sean. What I gave up for Lent was prayer, and God did He punish me.
Sounds ironic. Sounds ironic as hell, doesn't
Yes.
it?
God is a comedian.
What about you, Jackson? What did you go for Lent?
For Lent, I gave up spoons, using spoons.
Sweeney, what
So
about
only
you?
use-
We'll fit you in. Last minute.
I gave up smoking.
Pretty hard to
It's
fit
the easiest
fit
thing in my
Sweeney in.
life. Yeah. What do you think?
How'd that go out for you? How's smoke? Have you felt any health benefits? No, we'll talk about that next week. So this one's
Probably
from
not.
Xavier Mitchell. Strictly speaking, does having Onlyfans classify you as a porn star? Sweeney, I bet you have an opinion on this.
I'd say it probably, like, it definitely classifies you as being in the porn industry.
Or like a sex worker.
I think we throw the word porn star around too easily. You're not a star just because you engage in something. I'm not a podcast star just because I run a shit
Yes,
podcast.
you
No,
are.
we're pretty big. We're
Yeah,
pretty
Sweeney,
big.
not yet.
I'm a
We're pretty
podcast
big.
king. Yeah, we're on the way. We're on the way. Thanks to SeatGeek especially.
Thank you,
But,
CK.
And KyleC.
You're not a porn star because you pay
KyleC.
because you get people to pay you to
Yeah.
see you naked.
Eight
You're in the
dudes.
porn industry.
8 dudes to just fucking consecutively ram you. That doesn't make you a
Secularly.
star. You need to get those views. You have to get
Jaxon,
those.
Jaxon, do you think you're a porn star if you have OnlyFans?
You're a pornographer. Like
I think you're a sex worker.
You're a sex worker. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Depends
but no,
on the
you're not a
content.
star. If you get like, all right.
Sorry about that. So this one's from Ben Nabi. How regularly do you piss between shits? I'd like to say I do like probably 2 big shits a day, but like 4 pisses.
2 big shits a day.
2 big shits.
One
a
of the
I do
one
2
of
to
the
3.
start- One of the start
2
when
to
I wake
3.
up. and one of
Three
Yeah,
the-
big
I was
shits.
going to do 3.
Three
Yeah.
big
Sweeney,
shits.
do you do
Big
one
shit?
big shit? Do you
I
one
normally
shit
do a
day?
daily shit. I'd probably do about 9 shits a week, right? But it wouldn't be more than that.
Sweeney,
Like,
don't you only use 1 square when you go to the toilet?
Yeah.
one square per
In times
wipe
like
was
these,
my
you have
old,
to.
my old modus operandi, right? But so that'd probably be about 6 overall. But now it's probably more up to the 18 overall range. I got bullied.
Like
into
18
it.
overall. You've never done that in your
18,
life before.
holy
Why would you
shit.
start with toilet paper?
Yeah. Holy shit.
She's actually right. As much as I hate to admit to the fans, he's right.
Bang.
You know.
I
Directly,
usually
because we
probably
haven't got
pee
one yet.
3
To
times.
answer the questions,
between each shit.
It's 2.
2
Mine
or
will be
3
2.
times.
2 pisses.
I reckon
between 2
4.
big shits.
I reckon 4, 5.
I've
You know
been,
what I
I've
mean?
been peeing a
That's
lot
way too
recently,
many.
actually.
I'll do some very small pisses just before bed, though.
So the next question is: do we live in a simulation?
Who's that
I'll-
question from? Fuck
From
that guy.
nobody,
That's
I
shit.
guess.
It's a simulated question. Artificial
it's
intelligence.
It's from the
produced this
simulation.
question.
So I would like to say, probably not. I don't think so. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't care. Someone else go.
I don't think we do, but I think we're getting to the point technologically where we could like almost simulate near human life anyways. Like, the rate of development of artificial intelligence in the last like 10 years has been crazy.
Look, are you talking
So
about
maybe-
AI?
I reckon no matter what technology we could have, we could never render Sweeney having sex for the first time because there's no chance of that happening ever.
Yeah.
It's just
Because
the
who
fact
would want
that
to do that,
it
you know?
relies
Who
on
would
some
degrade
probability
themselves?
of something happening. Whereas no matter how many simulations,
That's where simulations are so
never
useful.
gonna
You
happen.
I can hook myself into the Oculus Rift and know that everything's going to be okay.
Can have all my sexual exploits desired.
So we
Are you
have
for
here,
real?
from Christy Hitchman, known as Kirsty. Would you rather become a first dad at 23 or 38? I'll start with this. Probably 23. 38 is pretty sweat to my dad. Oh no, don't worry. 23. I think 23 is the right age to become a dad. Not right age, but like, it's better than 30. Yeah, it's pretty late.
I think now it's progressively getting older and older to have kids. And I think the average age to have a kid now is like early to mid 30s. So 38 is much closer to the average than 23 is. You're missing out on so
I
much.
think it's honestly way more contingent on how old your partner is, right? So if I'm 38,
There
my
he goes,
partner's-
talking about the
Yeah, it's a
age
good
again.
point.
my partner's 19.
Sweeney, how
right?
old your
Then
partner
38 's
is? Yeah.
fine.
Sweeney,
But,
we know your partner's. We know your partner's well below 19.
No,
That's all
When we
right.
talk about,
I think
let's talk about
23
ages
is
of
probably
Sweeney.
preferable because if you're 38, you're probably near the back end of when you would want to have kids. And imagine
Yeah,
if you have one kid and you have like Jaxon or something, right? You probably want another goer of it. So,
Man, you really hate
23 is
Jaxon,
probably
don't you?
better.
Jeez.
You give it another crack.
I'm gonna keep
Really
him off
giving
the
it to
podcast.
Jackson tonight, putting it on him.
So the next question is from James Pacino. Which is worse,
Pacino.
FIFA the video game or FIFA the organization? Sweeney, you probably have something to say about this.
Probably
FIFA the
FIFA
organization's pretty correct.
Yeah.
There's nothing really wrong with FIFA the game. Like, it's a bit
The
shit. It's a bit-
organization, didn't they get
overplayed.
done like 2 years ago for like corruption and like really
Yeah,
bad?
yeah.
Yeah. They're
So
dodgy. And they were
probably
like,
the
and
game.
The
I
stadium
don't
they
think the
built
game
in
ever hurt
Rio or
anyone.
something was like
No,
they like
It was,
underpaid
like,
their
built with
workers.
The question is
slaves
what-
and shit.
Yeah, pretty much
is
slaves.
worse?
No, it was they
What is
gave the
worse?
World Cup to Qatar. And
But then what you're all
everyone who voted
forgetting,
for him just
what
got
you're all
bribed.
forgetting is FIFA is made by EA, and EA was voted
Yeah,
the
that's a
worst
good point.
company. So out of
In
any
the
company,
world.
no, it was probably in the world, but it was voted the
Probably
worst
in the
company.
world.
So, I mean, look at that. The worst company or the worst organization. What are you going to pick? Probably actually, I think that's the same thing.
Oi,
But
these
even though
three
they're a bad
dudes here,
company, their game's pretty good.
these
Yeah,
three
FIFA's
dudes
an
here,
alright game.
that's the best company.
All right, this is probably the best question
Good
yet.
point, Jaxon.
Riddle me this.
Listen, riddles for this week. I've got a couple of riddles for you guys to answer. First one, what can you break even though you can never pick it up or touch it?
A hymen.
Your virginity.
Not quite. You got to think a bit deeper. What can you break, even though you can never pick it up or touch it?
A 2x4. Oh.
Eggs.
No, you can.
I don't know. That's usually the answer to a lot of
What can you
riddles.
break?
Oh, I get it. Someone's internet connection.
Not quite. Not quite.
But that's technically.
You're still
what can you-
remotely accessing
break?
or touching it. You know.
How are you touching it? You know a lot about touching, don't you?
What do you break?
Listen, fellas, we've got 5 more seconds.
No,
to answer this. Listen,
Riddle's
what
never
can you
been my
break,
strong suit.
even though you can never pick it up or touch it? The answer, of course, being a promise that you make.
You're
That's-
a fucking
yeah,
That's
idiot.
fucking lame, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so
That's
fucking
Recess
bad.
your
Cringe
whole
on the
life.
podcast.
That is cringe. That is
Sweeney,
fully
you're
cringe.
Listen, next question. Mars or Snickers pods, asks Xavier Mitchell. For me, it's Mars pods. I think the
Yeah.
biggest delicacy, 13-year-old Sweeney ever indulged himself in was going to Hoyt's in Garden City.
Looks
having
like
a bag of-
21-year-old Sweeney
having
indulged in a bit
popcorn,
too.
pouring
what
in
started the keg?
Mars pods,
That
and then
was the
digging
OG
through
the
that.
keg? Is that what started
This
the
guy
keg?
loves these pods.
Yeah.
Were
A
pods
pack
the
a
OG
day, a
snack
pack
the
of
kids?
pods a day. Mars pods easily for me.
Sponsor us, Mars.
I would have to say Mars. Mars far superior.
Yeah,
Snickers.
Mars
Snickers on the occasion is good, but Mars is just better.
Let me
overall
just say,
concept.
when you first compare an actual Snickers and a Mars bar, like a Snickers sucks. Snickers aren't good chocolate at all.
No, they're alright.
Nah, Snickers are bad.
John, you're getting a bit
Snickers are
racial
bad.
here, all right?
We'll wait for that later. It's coming up. But
Cooper, quick. Mars or Snickers?
I like Snickers more. No.
Our new segment, Cooper's Tinfoil Hat. Cooper, you have the rest of the minute to convince us of a conspiracy theory.
Let's think. I don't really know, to be honest. I think one of the most credible ones would be like the JFK assassination. Even like I think some of them go a little bit too deep, but there's definitely some suspicious things.
Dude, they lost
In
his
terms of the
head.
guy, yeah.
Because a bullet fucking exploded.
No, they lost his head with the
wait, this is
autopsy.
Cooper's segment.
You fell on your own head.
Conspiracy.
I don't know. It's like the guy who did it. He was like whacked pretty soon after. So I think the main gist of the conspiracy theory is that like he was set up or something like that. I don't really know too much about conspiracy theories. I don't think this will be a good segment to continue, to be honest. I just thought of it. Avril Lavigne died in like 2001, and there's been a body replacement.
No,
That's a really interesting
Ariana
conspiracy
Grande
theory.
bombed her own concert.
Isn't that fact?
All right, Jess Tropicola asks, if you're on a plane, do you want a window seat or an aisle seat? It depends on the length of the flight. I think
Length of
is
the
the real
flight,
answer
yeah.
to this.
Not at all.
No,
I
that's-
think if it's a short haul flight, you want to be on the window.
Window.
I think
and
it's
later you want
a-
to be on the aisle.
Window every day of the week,
actually,
man.
Actually, no, it's window for both. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
window
if
for
you're on the
both,
aisle-
man.
If you're on the aisle for a long one, you got motherfuckers standing up every 10
Let Cooper
seconds.
talk.
Yeah,
Let
you
Cooper
want
talk.
I
to
guess
you
so.
want to go to the
Let Cooper
bathroom?
talk.
You want to go to the bathroom?
Cooper, when's
Make
aisle
those
good?
bitches move. Get up, move for me. I'm gonna piss.
For anyone who knows me personally, they know that I'm actually a frequent member of the Mile High Club. So I need the aisle seat to
You get
constantly
free
be heading
tickets from
to that
Qantas, don't you,
bathroom.
Cooper?
What?
You
Yeah,
get
from
free
your
tickets from
stocks, from your
Qantas.
stock investment in Qantas. You get free
Yeah,
tickets.
yeah. I'm a big name in Qantas.
Yeah.
Wait, why was an aisle seat better than a window? He's not explained.
Because you always got to be getting up to go to that toilet, for all those.
Yeah,
those
but the
chicken
people
bags.
move for you.
There you go. We're asked by Griffin Triscari, which
We're asleep.
superhero do we think is in the closet?
Oh, is
That's a good
I think
question.
the modern depiction of Captain America, that guy's always struck me as a big
Nah,
guy.
but he's from a traditional time. He seems very.
Yeah, why do you think he went
masculine.
forward in time, Cooper, when they're more progressive?
The more
Typical
traditional
masculine,
that you
I could
are,
say.
the more like closeted you
Repression.
get.
Yeah,
It's not
repression
out and
maybe.
about. It's just it seems repressed.
I think Doctor Strange is. Anyone who plays with
Yeah.
magic tricks. Anyone who
but
has
Doctor
magic
Strange-
tricks is a bit.
He's
Nah,
openly
Doctor Strange
trans,
is open-
clearly. He's
When I
out of
first
the
saw
closet.
Doctor Strange, I thought he was evidently gay, but apparently not.
Dormammu.
Apparently in the law he's not.
Yeah.
Who? Is Darth Maul?
Dormammu,
Is
I'm
Darth
here
Maul
to
a
He's
bargain.
character?
overcompensating so much. The actor's last name is come in bitch, where it's like, come on, man, that's a bit vulgar.
I think Darth Maul is
We get
gay.
it. You're straight, okay?
That's what I would have to say about
Darth
that.
Maul.
I think he's gay.
I wish it was Black Widow. That'd be awesome.
No, you can still be a badass and gay. That's the thing you're all forgetting. But
Who's a
All right,
cool?
Christy Hitchman asks, "What did you get your mum for Mother's Day?" Sean, you love your mum a lot, as do all of us, very deeply.
I'll start.
Yeah, what
I've
have you got?
I haven't got her anything yet. We have a photo on our wall of us 10 years ago. So I think tomorrow we're going to go recreate that photo and then hopefully I can
sweet.
frame it within the day.
That's actually pretty nice.
That's
like,
actually a really good idea.
That's nice. I like that a lot.
I'm not that thoughtful.
What do you got, Cooper?
I've got nothing yet. I'm probably just gonna. What I did last year was I gave her these slippers. Gave her these slippers, and she's never worn them. So I always rewrap them every year and give them to her, hoping that she'll finally use them. And she hasn't used them since last time I rewrapped them. So looks like I'm gonna rewrap that again. And then maybe get a croissant in the morning. Or something.
I got my mum like 8 years ago. My mum had her favorite wine glasses, and I broke the last one. So I'm getting her that, and also I'm getting her like some nice house plants for inside.
I'm gonna send my mum a text. I think. That would be her present.
Man, I thought Cooper had the worst one, but Jesus Christ.
What would your name be if you had to change it? Says Brianna Mosca. Sean, I won't even start with you because I'll just note Sean's name is Gerald, and we all call him Shaun. So that probably answers that question on his behalf.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jaxon, as well. Your name is Jaxon, Jackson, and we call you J.
Yeah, Sweeney and I are the only
Yeah, we're the
people with our real names.
Cooper, what would you change your name to if you had to?
Probably like Hogan. I think that's good.
Yeah, I like that one.
I'd change my name to Gilgamesh, I think, after the Sumerian king. I think that'd be really fucking powerful, wouldn't it? You know,
Gilgamesh.
I'd change it to like a random combination of letters and signs, like Elon Musk's new kid.
Whoa! Too much information. We'll wait for.
What do you mean random?
What?
Could be given a trailer for the next topic.
I'm gonna rename myself to that motherfucker you should have never messed with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rename myself to Badass.
Gilgamesh comes by. Role play, our first one of the week. Cooper, give your son, and your son in this circumstance is Shaun, who still hasn't actually had it, the talk.
Okay, buddy.
That's awesome.
Come out to the shed. Just follow me. I think we should be away from your mother for this one. Talk man to man.
Okay. What do you want from me?
Okay. As you've noticed, son, you get into that age. You're noticing a lot of changes in your life, you know. Girls seem, a little bit prettier than they usually do. Things are growing faster than you've kind of expected, and it's hard to truly get a picture on it. So let me give you a visual, okay? Is that good?
Yeah, I can see you.
Can you see it? Can you see my hairy legs?
Yeah.
What you're gonna get.
What are you trying to get at, Daddy?
Come a bit closer.
Wow, that feels a lot like
young boy.
Gay pornography.
That was
28 from Griffin Truscari. If you could only drink one alcoholic drink for the rest of your life,
we've answered this.
What would it be?
Yeah.
This is not Griffin Truscari's best, honestly. For me, probably beer conceptually, just broadly. If I have to be more specific, probably like Indian pale ales, I suppose.
What do you like?
No, brand. I think he wants a specific
single fin.
Would probably be probably a beer. Yeah, probably like actually, mine would be wine because I think you can enjoy wine more recreationally, but it's harder to party with.
No, I guess to add to this question because it's a bit shit. If you could only drink one drink for the rest of your life,
probably beer.
Probably water.
It's not water, but can't be water. Fuck.
Oh, mine probably like iced tea or something.
Yeah, iced tea is good.
I'll probably
choc milk, baby. Bit of choc milk.
Red wine, best wine in the game.
I'll probably sip through vodka. Or like cruising.
Our next question, minigame rhymes. The first one to stutter, and we'll give you about 2 seconds. We'll have to do a hard shot. So, Shaun, we'll start with you.
You got the status of a plum.
We'll go Shaun, Cooper, Sweeney, Jaxon. That'll be our order.
Your mum's so dumb.
You have a mum.
I'm gonna come.
I think I came from a slum.
You want to have fun?
Fun? No, that's a soft rhyme. You're doing a hard shot.
It's a close one.
The rest of us will battle. We'll continue. I suck farts straight from my GF's bum.
You're not even.
Bum was already being used.
The rum.
That's stutter, isn't it? I assume I came from cum.
I said
cum.
That's definitely being used.
Yeah, sure. Doing a hard shot. Okay,
Jaxon, you guys have to rap battle.
Status of a thumb. Okay.
Status of a thumb.
What is the worst fashion trend, past or present? Asked Fraser Murray. For me, I think it's those big fucking shoulder pads. Like past or ever. Fucking women wearing massive shoulder pads was the weirdest shit.
Mate, they're just women rugby players. Why do you have to hate on women coming into the beautiful game of rugby? I know you're a traditionalist, but holy shit, they're allowed to have fun too. Worst fashion trend. I don't know. I don't really like funky colors of hair, which is quite popular amongst the more
That's fine.
gothic females.
You know what?
Like random pink and
when you have the hair swiped to the side of the front and spiked at the back.
No, that's sick. That's the best one ever.
Nah, you're gonna stop posting cringe with that.
You know those jeans that are like normal until they get to the legs, and then they're like hell far out.
Like shredded.
Yeah, they go like hell far out, like late 90s, early 2000s.
That's what
I wore.
No, not 70s, 80s. Like
70s, 80s definitely flare.
Not flare. It's worse than a flare.
All right, what have you got for us, Cooper?
Oh shit, you do this question.
Sean's weekly movie review is the first.
Oh yeah, shit. All right, so I actually watched it this week. So the Red Pill's a documentary series. From what I gather, it's about a girl who used to be a feminist, and I'm not sure her stance after the documentary, but she turns into like almost a males activist, and the whole documentary is just structured like a fuckhead. Like it's structured so that you almost like are inclined to become a males activist. Which is just fucked. So overall, I'll give the documentary, I think the girl's Casey something. I'll give the documentary probably a 1, but the Blind Side's better. I know I gave the Blind Side a 1, but the Blind Side's better.
What was a message that you resonated with from the film? Was there anything that stuck out to you?
Blind Side's more 1.5.
Yeah, Blind Side's now 1.5. But the message that came to me from this documentary, it wasn't really a movie, so it was a documentary. I guess.
Well, we'll hear it next time.
What a shit movie review. Next question. When was the last time you got rickrolled? Mine was when I downloaded the COVID Safe app and I opened it and it was just Rick Ashley rickrolling me. Don't download the COVID Safe app. Worst mistake of my life. That's ScoMo's multi-billion-dollar rickroll.
Mine was actually really good. It was the other week on Facebook. It was like the photo of, I think it was like XXX Tentacion's son's first words. And I clicked on it for some reason because I'm a fucking fag. And I got rickrolled so hard. It was awesome. It was the happiest I've ever been with a rickroll.
I don't like when companies rickroll
then. Yeah.
Like when they're
like at that point.
When like Hungry Jack's links to like their new weird burger, and then it's like you're not a part of this game.
I don't think I deserved as much, but it was when I was like 12 probably, and I went to go download a free copy of Modern Warfare 2.
That's a classic.
That's a good one.
That's happened to me before, definitely. Okay, next question here. Elon Musk's baby name. The name, for those who don't know, is Ejaculation. I know the pronunciation because I watched the podcast with JRE earlier. What do we think of the name?
How do you pronounce it?
Gay.
It's as it looks, but then the AE is pronounced Ayashi, they said, or Ashi or something.
So how do you say it? You say it all together.
XX Ashi A12.
The
A12.
Wouldn't it be Ashi 12?
The X Ayashi was made by Grimes, Elon Musk's partner. And the A12 was made by Elon because that's his favorite.
Let me just say, Grimes also makes shit music, but Elon shit's cool.
Grimes makes some good music.
Nah, Grimes pretty
it's
bad.
the most attention-seeking shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
To be
just
fair,
I really thought the Tesla stock was doing a bit too good for his inside.
Do you guys remember the game?
You know he's got like 7 kids.
The rapper.
Does he?
No,
He's
the
got so
game.
many kids.
The rapper, the game?
The game's funny.
You just lost it.
Next question. Guilty pleasure, favorite movies. What movies are? I'm
This
that good,
from
but you like
Jack
them.
Prendeville.
Jack Prendeville.
I really like. I've got to say, I really honestly enjoy the Lizzie McGuire movie,
I
the
knew you
High
were
School
going to fucking
Musical
say
trilogy.
that. You made me watch both of those last time we went down
and
south.
Scooby-Doo 2.
We watched.
Fucking idiot.
That was all we watched in a row.
Sweeney
McGuire,
plays
High
you
School
these
Musical,
movies
Scooby-Doo
and
2.
gets you in a trance and convinces you to.
They're pretty.
I not think they're bad movies. They're supposed to be bad.
Can we edit that out?
I'm not really guilty pleasures. We'll cut that out. That kind of
mine's probably the Rocky movies. They get very repetitive, but they're really
Rock.
good. They get you hyped.
When
Or
did
like
The
even
Rock
the
make a
Star Wars
movie?
prequels. They're not great movies, but they're really
people
fun.
hate Star Wars Episode 9, but Star Wars Episode 9 is my guilty pleasure. It only
That's
came
gotta
out like
say,
a month ago.
Scooby-Doo
And it's so
2.
good.
I think Coolsville sucks. Shit, that's a good movie.
Is that the one with the
No,
ghost?
you
The
gotta edit that
live
out.
action one?
They're all live action.
Okay,
Okay.
next question. How do we get more listeners, fellas?
Fuck, I wish I knew.
All right, so I got an idea. We got to perform like a stunt where one of us gets like badly injured to the point where it goes on local news, and then other
Like
national
fake-
newsers pick it up on YouTube, and then it goes up. It gets blown.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
gotta
that
be
monk-
like that.
That's a good
Like that
idea.
We
monkey
can't get that because we
I think-
call our viewers.
This motherfucker!
idea. We got an idea, Jackson, but you don't get to know about it.
I think
But,
another
Oh,
thing we could do
what?
is start a beef with
You
another
guys gonna
Australian
cripple me?
podcaster.
Yeah, that's
talk
not
about
bad.
it.
Actually,
Maybe like
Talk about
Hamish
it.
and Andy.
Call some
them
people out.
Yeah, diss
Yeah.
them. Make a diss track to Hamish and Andy. Make fun of he's retarded.
Hamish and
I
Andy
think
are
Hamish and Andy
funny,
are awesome,
they
though.
suck. Nah, they're not.
No,
that,
they're all right.
we
They're
could-
actually
we could
okay.
have funny.
Fake
they're
a
the
home
king.
invasion
They're
for
not
someone
that
we
funny.
discussed.
There's
Oh,
a TV
Sweeney,
show where they
let's
go to
fake a
Asian
terrorist attack.
Besides that, ooh.
Listen, in case of
Alright.
any investigation by any federal authority,
Let's play a
I'm in no
terrorist
way
attack
involved with
live
this
on the
podcast or its
podcast.
associates.
Okay, next question. Ask FM. What do we think, fellas? That comes from Christy Hitchman.
It was great. Ask FM was a
A
fantastic
great way to
service,
bully
honestly.
people without them knowing
Dude,
who you were.
2012 was so fucking banging with
It
Ask
was probably
FM.
later than 2012, I think.
Probably a bit later. but
2013,
Probably
2014.
Probably 14.
Yeah.
It was like year 9, 10. Year 9, 10.
11, 12 was gone.
Yeah, 11,
Yeah.
12 was definitely wild. But dude, the brief stint it had was
It was pretty good. It was so
'Cause
interesting.
It was really
It
so,
wasn't
everyone felt
interesting.
obligated to respond to things that they had.
It was you people.
were-
It was just people who
I
liked
had
the
it.
girl saying like.
Sean, you were seriously a loser.
I used
until
Ask FM
11,
once, and it was
12.
I never
asked a
used
girl
Ask
that I
FM.
liked
No,
if
No,
she
Jackson,
liked
you have
me.
a big
Yeah,
Ask
exactly.
FM
He's
profile.
the definite user.
What girl was it, Jackson?
I can't go into any more detail, but she said no, so I didn't use Ask FM again.
Yeah. No,
Crazy.
you'd always message girls being like, do you
Was
have a
that-
crush on Sweeney anonymously? And then they'd be like, haha, no. And you'd be like, fucking whore. And then delete them.
I would do that with my
Bitch.
friends. I bet do you have a crush on Jackson? Even though he didn't ask, but I think it was him, just to ruin his chances.
Yeah. No, and they will say yes.
Dude, it was a
This
great
That was
service.
Silent Ding, I
It was
think.
good. I tried to bring
Yeah,
it up.
silent ding,
Was that
silent
something?
ding.
Okay,
Next
next
question.
question. Claremont Serial Killer lodging no defense. What are our thoughts on that?
He probably did it. I think he knows
Probably
he
the
did
best
it.
Dude,
room.
I
That
literally think he knows he
honestly,
did it.
I think the guy did it, no doubt. But that is the
knows
most
he did
alpha
it.
move of all time. The guy being like, time to lodge your defense. Defense getting up, being like,
Sweeney only hopes to get that level of pedophile.
dude, the guy getting up, being like, I reckon there's already
Sweeney taking
sufficient
notes.
doubt. Cheers.
Sweeney's aspiration.
Dude.
Sweeney's-
No, but that guy
Sweeney's
wasn't a
Kobe
pedophile.
Bryant.
He
Dude,
was
how's
just a
that an alpha
murderer.
move? Doesn't that mean like?
Dude, you're in like
Is
the
he-
biggest
that's
case in
him
West
saying-
Australian
That's
history.
him saying he knows he did it.
And instead of
No, that's him saying there's enough evidence to prove he didn't do it already.
Oh.
you
He's gotta
all
pay
can
more
come
legal
to your own
fees.
decision.
Okay.
he still wants to get off, he's literally just being like, nah, I reckon I've already fucking
Sweeney,
proved
would
I'm
you help
innocent.
get him off?
Mate, he did want to get off. With
Oh,
all those
nah,
girls.
dude,
he
Dude,
kicked
that was
out.
Chad. That was a Chad move.
Guess
Next
so,
question.
yeah. I didn't realize that.
Best Gatorade flavor. That's from our
Let me
friend
start.
Ben
Let me
Narby.
start. Let me start.
I'm starting
Sean,
yellow.
Go.
Yellow.
No, I know. Everyone
Start
knows.
with Shaun.
It's fierce grape. Fierce
Fierce
grape.
good.
It just tastes like bubble gum. It's too easy. It's too easy.
What do we
Okay.
think, Jackson?
I like the yellow one. Looks like piss, tastes better.
Do you know what flavor it is?
Sweeney?
Yellow.
Yeah, like I
Sweeney,
think
can I
it's
get
the
a
easiest
fist
one
bump?
to stomach. The
Kiss
the
fetish.
other flavors
Kiss
they're a
fetish.
little bit too sugary and they cause a bit of a belly disruption.
Wait, what
You know?
color?
Yellow. I like yellow too. I like yellow or blue.
Yellow shit.
Yeah.
Blue's good. Blue's good. And
Blue's trash.
You do.
Blue's
You have all the
trash.
anime character. You have all the
Blue's-
anime flavors.
Blue's-
Sean just likes the sweetest one because he's an
Blue just
8-year-old.
tastes like bubble
Yeah,
gum.
I
Who doesn't
agree.
like who doesn't like bubble gum?
Hey, your
Okay.
voice sounds like bubblegum. You little high pitched loser.
Suck a dick, alright?
What's wrong with that? I'll suck a dick. I'm not gay.
Okay, I'll suck a dick with you.
Alright, it's fine.
Best dick sucking in the game. Okay. Role play. Sean. Someone in the search and destroy lobby said they fucked your mother. How do you respond?
Alright, who said they fucked my mother?
Sean,
Okay,
fucked
okay,
your
okay.
mother.
I'll play the
Sweeney,
original. Okay.
Sweeney,
Oh,
fucked
you
my
fuck. Okay, good.
Yeah, you probably did. She's a prostitute.
You're fucking pathetic, bro. Is that what you gotta say?
Cockroach with my Yeezys.
Sucked on your mum's dick.
Yeah, shit.
Said that was pretty Yeezy.
Jackson, say you love your mom right now. Say I love you, mom. Say it.
Thanks, Mum. Love you.
Oh, that's cute. That's a bit of a wholesome moment
That's
of the
good.
podcast.
She
there.
didn't respond.
That's the Mother's Day special.
She didn't respond.
All right. So
I
if
love
someone
your mum
said
too,
if
Jackson.
someone said they fucked my mother in the chat, do
Yeah,
I
add them
am I
as a
supposed to
friend.
Here's
go?
the worst response ever.
What
I'm
am I
gonna
supposed
hack you when I
I'm
fuck
gonna
your mom.
go
You're
Super
pathetic.
Saiyan on him? Oh, that's
That
the
was
next
terrible,
podcast.
Sean. Never
Jackson's
role playing
mum's
a
back.
game.
Not yet.
Next question. Best classic smartphone game.
I think
What is
most
that?
of them were pretty simplistic. I think the one everyone will think of forever would be
Doodle
Doodle
Jump.
Jump.
Doodle
Right,
Jump's
that's the
fucking
one that
easy.
sticks in the. But I think probably the best one. I think
Temple Run.
Subway
I was gonna say
Surfers.
Subway Surfers.
Yeah, Subway
Yeah,
Surfers.
but that was
good.
kind of like Temple Run. Just
He's
Both of
right,
those
you know.
are
It was
original.
actually. It was
This is a
honestly.
copy of Temple
Both
Run.
of
I
those
mean,
it was
are
like,
way
classic.
better. It
They
was
were
way
like
smoother.
halfway through
Yeah.
the smartphone cycle. Classic means like Angry Birds or Doodle Jump or like Traffic Rush. Like,
Of course, you love Doodle Jump, don't you, Sean?
yeah. I really
Traffic
like
Rush. Traffic
Dragonville,
Rush
where
is
you like
fucking
race
good.
the
Dragonville
dragon.
was sick.
I
I
used to
like when you could send them.
all my mum's
Dragonville was good.
child support money to buy cool new dragons.
You could send the dragons to the breeding cave, and you know what's up.
It's pretty much like the new COD. You just
Yeah,
do
but it would
credit
take like
card,
92 hours to get like a good
your little
dragon.
COD points.
Yeah, but then when you got 92 hours,
Yeah,
you
it
knew you were
was
getting a
fucking
good dragon.
insane. Yeah, it was so good. Hey, there we go, 41.
Imagine
Okay, I think it's
41.
Jackson's
Alan
question
Jackson's
here.
mum.
Don't worry, I'll
All
cover
right.
it. Okay, have you ever gone to bed and felt a shit come on? A shit come on? If so, what? Have you
Have you ever gone to bed and had
felt
to
a
shit?
Oh, okay.
What do
Have
you
ever
do?
felt-
Christian
what do you do?
David Gillo asks, "What do you do if you feel a shit when you need to go to bed?" For me, when I need to piss and go to bed, I like can't get to sleep. If I need to shit
Yeah.
a bit
Yeah,
though,
shit, you can hold
I think
it.
my ass is pretty robust.
Yeah.
you know,
When
it-
your
it
ass
will
is
hold
taking
on.
a pounding
biggest
in the day.
ass ever, Sweeney.
So
Faggot.
if I need to shit, I can probably wait the next day. Depends how badly I need to shit.
Sweeney
obviously.
likes shitting, so he can use that single square so that finger accidentally pokes through and he gets that good
Yeah.
pleasure.
Only 9 times a week do I shit.
Yeah.
Only.
Sean,
Such a
what if you need to shit?
suspiciously
If
precise-
It's
you,
actually happened to me the other day. It happened to me literally last night where I need to shit and I had to get up and I was like, oh, I can hold it in. But then I didn't hold it in. And I had to
Same thing
go.
happened to me last night, and I decided to go to sleep and I shit myself.
Okay, Jackson, you got the next question?
Cooper, how's your stepdad going? That one's from Griffin.
He's going all right.
Can you fill in the viewers on the?
He's what the kids call immunocompromised. One of those cool new words that are going around. So
It's motherfuckers!
A local viewer.
well, I wouldn't say that. I'll try to be more sensitive towards these issues. But it's pretty much that we have to be careful during the coronavirus. But he's going good now.
We are past
The
the
bigger
40
question,
mark.
the bigger
still
question
trucking.
everyone's asking is, what new Apple products does he have to save his life?
No, I don't
Does he have
know.
the new Apple Watch? Does he have the
If
new
he has the
iPhone?
Neuralink that Elon Musk is proposing, it probably would be very good at curing MS because that's like a motor neuron disease.
How can SeatGeek save his life?
SeatGeek. Well, you know what?
he'll need to get
You
the
may-
best seat possible when he's wheelchair bound.
Mate,
for the
you may not
rest
have
of his
long to
life.
live, but at least you can enjoy the rest of it with SeatGeek. You know, there's just a myriad of benefits for getting a part of SeatGeek, and it's worth every minute, every penny. Get SeatGeek
Alright.
today, guys.
That's enough from you, Cooper. What were you doing when you pulled your foreskin back?
Surely.
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, I was in the shower. I was taking my time. I tried to do it slowly and it just hurt. So at certain showers, I just gave up. So finally, at some point in second year uni, I decided I'm just going to yank it back. And I yanked it back and it hurt like shit. But like once I got over that, it was fine. And now it goes back and forth with these.
No, I know specifically. I was, because
sure,
when you
Sean?
pull your dick back before it's circumcised, when you pull it back, your piss goes out way faster. And one day I was pissing in the toilet while watching the Pokemon anime, specifically the Orange Archipelago when he was there. And I pulled it back and it started to like rip a bit. And then I was kind of just sitting there for the rest of the night, just the Pokemon episode where it's a Pokemon episode where Ash catches his Lapras that he
Ash
rides
catch
through the
him.
Orange Archipelago.
Yeah.
So I still don't really know how he caught his Lapras because I was too focused on my.
So what I was doing, I was at
Thanks
family
for that,
dinner.
everyone.
Next question.
Uncomfortable. You've got an inch of your dick in your mother's vagina and an inch of dick in your dad's dick's ass. This is the classic one. Which way are you moving to pull it out to get out of the situation? Thanks, Griffin, for that one. He's talking from a personal experience.
I think
here.
so. It's pretty much: would you rather fuck your mother or get fucked by your father?
Definitely. Fuck.
I think that you'd rather get fucked by your father
Yeah,
because then
probably
it's on him.
father.
It's not on you.
Yeah.
Whereas if you fuck your mum, it's on you. You know.
I hadn't thought of it that way, to be honest. I more thought of it on a personalistic level, and I was like, you move forward because you're not like as compromised. But
Well, if it was
I
your
do
mother,
agree.
I definitely would move forward. I reckon, and then I'd just
No.
stay there. I wouldn't even try
If
to
it was
leave.
If it
Sweeney's
was
parents,
Sweeney's
I'll move
parents, I'd go
forward.
forwards then
And I'd
back and then
and I'd
Yeah.
spit in her
Forward,
mouth
back,
and say,
forward,
"Is
back,
this all
forward,
you
back, forward,
You
back.
want more? You want more?" And then I'd
That's
say,
not
"No,
Sweeney's
you don't get
parents.
any more." And then I'd
Oh.
slap her.
I just realized I haven't done a shot in 3
Yeah.
shots, so
Pathetic.
Someone
Where
called
would
you
you?
out of
Where
the
would you
last
go,
podcast,
Jackson?
Jackson.
Would you like?
I'd
would
go
you back?
forwards.
Forwards. What about you, Sean?
Not
Can I go back? I believe Cooper's analysis now.
Okay, let's. Jaxon.
Rhino poaching in Africa, and it uses the Chinese black market as Viagra. Mere alga for that one with the Viagra black market. What do you reckon on that one, Sweeney? I'm sure you have some input.
I don't know. I never knew that rhino poaching was used for Viagra in China. That's really bizarre, but it's not surprising. It would have been surprising a few months ago, but now after all this, pangolin stuff and learning that, rhinos use for Viagra, that's not that weird, but it is kind of like, surely a rhino horn isn't helping your dick get up and about.
Might not help your dick.
Bats swim.
Yeah, for fun. They get
Jaxon,
in
this
water
isn't
and
the
they
fun
swim.
fact segment. We're talking about rhino
Jaxon,
cocks.
we got to talk about.
Sorry, I read that
rhino
wrong.
cocks and Viagra.
Sean, what do you think? Rhino poaching in Africa and
Yeah,
Viagra?
no, me seeing videos of rhino poaching in Africa gets my dick hard, and there's not a lot of stuff that does. But personally, is that what the topic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
All right. Should we implement a universal basic income?
Oh, let me start. Please, let me start.
Sweeney, I'm sure you have some input for this one.
Oh, Andrew Yang, big proponent of it, $1,000 a month in the US. Of course we shouldn't. What a fucking stupid idea. It's so lazy. If you can give $1,000 a month to everyone, you could probably give $2,000 a month to people who need it and just not give $1,000 a month to like the richest
That's
people.
cringe, mate. That's
Nice
cringe.
Ben Shapiro impression there, Sweeney.
That's
sick.
cringe, Sweeney.
I don't
You
even
gotta
think Ben
stop on the
Shapiro
dairy wire.
believes that we
Sweeney-
should give more money to people. But it's just fucking stupid.
I
isn't
think at the
it? Why would you
time.
give $1,000 a month to Jeff Bezos? Why
I
would you
think
do
it work.
that?
I think it would
'Cause
actually
then
work well in a
everyone
time of
gets it.
crisis like now. It's almost what they're doing at the moment.
So, Sweeney, you're trying to
Sweeney,
say...
you'd almost
Sweeney,
have to
you're trying
spend
say-
more
Just
money
the
getting
basic level of,
professionals.
protection.
You have to get
No,
more
sure.
money to get professionals whether to decide whether or not they're like qualify for the $1,000 a month. Because imagine having to do that for everyone, like every single member of the
All
population.
you're saying, Jeff Bezos isn't a person. Is that what you're saying?
He's a reptile.
Grayson, we'll get back to you later.
Best performance at a festival that you've seen live. Thanks, Amy Brown, for that one. What do you reckon, Sean? You don't remember any of them.
First, nah, I think I saw JPEG Mafia, but I don't think I did. But he would have hit the best. But Denzel Curry and ASAP Rocky were two of the best artists I've ever seen in my life. Sweeney, you have no idea who they are. Who would you think, Sweeney?
Oh, at a festival,
Paul
the best
Kelly.
people that I've seen.
This is interesting. Sweeney doesn't go to too many festivals. I think.
Festivals. What
Any
festivals?
artists you've seen live?
Any artists that I've seen?
You've seen
live?
Paul Kelly, Sweeney.
I have seen Paul Kelly. I don't know
With
if that
my
was a
ex-girlfriend.
festival. Paul.
After you broke up too.
Nah,
Sus
before.
No, it was
timing
while they were going out.
All
actually.
going out.
Just me and
Just the
her.
two of them on a
My-
silk blanket holding
my
hands.
my favorite's probably Kanye. He was
Yeah, Paul
incredible.
Kelly. Paul
I will
Kelly,
never
only with
fucking
your
forgive you
girlfriend,
for not
Jaxon.
inviting me to Kanye, Cooper.
Well, you shouldn't have been such a loser in high school then, huh, Jaxon?
I was
That's your first.
I was
first issue.
15. I was 14 at the time. No,
Yeah.
14? 13.
He had a mask on for half of it, so it probably wasn't him. He was probably just in the back
No,
chilling,
it
but it was
was
still
him.
worth it.
No, it definitely
Still
was
worth it.
him.
And he
Was that
told
Silent
he told a
Ding?
disabled
Yes,
person.
Silent Ding.
Jackson's
Um,
Rubik's Cube, the return.
so-
what have you got for us?
Yeah, I've
Hold it a bit
found the-
up,
Found the
and to your
Rubik's
left,
Cube.
and to your left. if you can.
To my left as well.
Yeah, good,
Jeez.
good. Keep going.
So-
Jaxon, he's got about 40 seconds to solve it. An ongoing segment. It's been gone for a week or two, but it's back. How's he going with it? You know,
Yeah, pretty good, I think.
He's making some progress on the oranges, it looks like. The blue's almost solved. White's not looking too bad. Looks a bit jumbled now.
Ooh.
He's
He's
got
getting
full
pretty- he's
yellow.
got a good orange.
Almost the full orange. He's got almost full blue. I think, though, Jaxon tends towards getting a full side done instead of getting the whole thing done.
Yeah, he doesn't
My
have the long
opinion.
game. He doesn't have the long
He's
game
looking
considered.
pretty good. He's looking pretty good. It looks
If
like
you guys
blues,
knew
whites,
what I
and
was
reds
doing.
are the problem areas. Aside from that, it seems all right.
So now I've got
he's
every
certainly
second
making-
row done and every bottom row.
Oh, that
He
looks
does,
pretty
Everything's
good.
solved
Shit,
except
he's
for the
got
very top.
two-thirds of his
So
done.
air dry versus paper towel in the public bathroom. Ben Nubby, thanks for that one. What do you all reckon? I personally really like, same as Sean's mum, the Dyson. Dyson's very good. The air blades, I
Yeah,
think
we
they're
have so many
called.
Dysons around
They're
the
about
house.
$1,200 each. I think they do the job
I
quite
personally
nicely.
feel like if I'm in like an airport, I'll use an air dryer. But if I'm in just a public like dodgy bathroom, if there's paper towels, I'll use that.
I
I'll
just
never
use
use the
so many
first
of
one.
them.
Yeah,
But,
let me say it. Let me first
No,
say it.
I wouldn't.
I love
want to,
paper
but
towels. Like,
it is. I never want to use the paper towels or a public bathroom generally. But if I'm in a public bathroom, paper towel will get your hand dry quicker, and you just want to get out of there as quick as you can.
you literally use like grab 2-3 paper towels. You just spam paper towels, rub your hands, throw on the thing, you're done.
Hard shot.
Whereas the
Hard shot is
hand
next.
dryer, if
Hard
it's
shot
not a
next.
Dyson,
Hard shot
Hard
next.
shot next. This question assumes
Oh,
that I
shit.
wash my hands, which I think not always is done.
That's 50.
But I don't need to talk about this anymore, Sean. Next topic, mate. Okay, so it's half time. Are we
shot.
at?
Yeah.
So it's a hard shot and a score update. So obviously we had the pre-show this week. So I got a lot of cruiser bottles in my bag this time. There's probably 9 cruisers in there. Actually, let me say 4 of them are black cruisers, which doesn't mean anything to me. But on the bottle it says they're 1.4 standards each. So that means
I'm about probably like 33%.
I'm gonna yak on it. If
Threw a
I
bottle
was
of
doing a
vodka
hard
there?
shot for this, I'm gonna yak. I might last
Me
this
too.
one.
How many standards have we all had, do we reckon?
I've probably, I don't know. How much is a bottle of vodka? That's
22?
21.
21?
I've probably had a third of that so far. So whatever that is. 6 or 7 maybe.
Fuck, that's not bad.
Oh my god, fuck me.
Feeling pretty good.
Who's next on the question?
So I've
oh fuck, it's me.
Go, Sean.
Shittest dog in our group or someone who would watch the podcast. This is from Annie Brown.
It's a bit of an esoteric question, but I think it's good. I would
James L. Hindi. Fuck you and your dog.
Yeah.
James L. Hindi.
I
like James L. Hindi.
I think consensus Christian has a pretty bad dog. Christian D. McGilly.
People who just spoil their dogs so much that they're just like they don't have any like restraint.
Well,
We
let
don't
me just
spoil
say-
our
let me
dog
just
at
say-
all. Our
let
dog
me
should have
just-
been put down 5 years ago, and we're still making him suffer through
Let me
it.
just
So
say, personally, with
now
my
Sweeney's
dog.
gone. How about we talk about that dog of a mother he has?
Yeah, man, her in the bed.
what
She
do you,
does
can
it
you
well.
elaborate, Sean? Can you?
She does the boom boom well.
What's that? What are you talking specifics on details?
I say boom boom, man. That's all I gotta say.
Sean gives her a Dyson, and then the rest is up to his
The rest is
imagination.
history.
The rest
He
is
can do anything he wants. It's just
Imagine
his
going
plaything.
into a public bathroom and pissing into a Dyson as the jets turn on. That'd be awesome.
That's interesting.
So the next question we've got here is, what is the worst news source? And Cooper, you're political. What do you have to say about this?
What the worst news source?
Yeah.
Oh, I've actually got an opinion on this. I don't know
Thousand
much
Island.
about it, to be honest.
You have an
But
opinion?
whenever I'm on Snapchat, they have the shitty little things like when you go to the story
Oh,
section.
yeah. That's
There's
Keemstar,
something
isn't
called
it?
there's something called like pink news, which just like constantly reports.
I think
like,
that's a
Just on
derivative of
Pink,
Keemstar.
Pink exclusively.
I think that's Keemstar.
No, I don't think it's Keemstar. In terms of like general media, Australian media, probably the ABC, huh? Fucking commies.
Yeah.
Commies scum.
I personally
I think it's all the same in
I personally
Australia.
don't like Al Jazeera. It's too foreign and some of their
Who's
words
that?
are squiggly.
You're a xenophobe, Sean. How do you feel?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Some of the words are squiggly and it scares me. Gives me the shivers in my timbers. So I don't know.
What was
That's
the
all I
question?
gotta
Did
say.
I get it wrong?
Yeah. You
What's the
tried,
worst
though.
news source? Yeah, pink news works. No,
I
pink
think-
news from Snapchat.
Yeah,
that's fine.
pink
That's
news,
fine.
That sucks.
I think the worst news source is
Sorry, Jackson.
I had actually a good story about that.
Next place of travel if you get the chance. This is from Griffin. Mine would obviously be, and I hope everyone else would be, Bali.
Yeah,
Bali's
that would
too
be the
easy.
easiest one. It's
Bali's
cheap.
too easy.
You can get there. You can have a great time for not too much. In terms of beyond Bali, because Bali is an obvious one for people in
Cringe.
Perth. Afterwards, I want to go to.
I want to go to Chile. Chile sounds
Ireland or
sick.
Scotland.
South
We all,
America.
Cooper,
South America. He's
Cooper,
right.
we
you know.
all know you want to go to Japan.
I want to
We
go to
all
Japan
know
too.
you want to
I
go
wanna
to Japan
too.
Don't even
Yeah.
try hard. Talk about why you want to go to Japan.
I think it's just got such a beautiful culture and beautiful women too, if you don't mind me asking. Huh? You know what I mean?
What about their age? What do you say about their
I feel like
age?
they're so much more innocent than Western.
They have an aging
Western
population,
girls.
Sean. How do you feel now?
They're
They're older than
Cooper,
us.
Cooper will still somehow weed them out.
I want to go
He'll
to
somehow
Korea
weed the
actually.
young ones out.
Korea would be interesting. If I had to
Mate.
go pick 2 places in Asia.
Alright, so the next question we got here is from Christy Hitchman. Who could handle the biggest cock? I would like to say probably
Christy
not-
Hitchman, probably.
Oh my god. You can't talk
Mate.
shit about the viewers.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't-
is that
can't
for-
put it back on the
oh,
retards.
I would personally
edit
like
that
to
out?
say, yeah, we'll edit
leave
that out.
in. Nah, she's fun.
I would like to say probably Jaxon. I think he's like.
I
had the
think Jaxon
Who's
could.
going to agree?
I think Jaxon could handle it, but he would be really pushing. Like he would want to do most for the man who's giving it to him. So he would be crying, but he was like, "Oh, please, just have me. Do whatever you want with me." He's that submissive type. So I think he would go the extra lengths to
Whereas
put in that
I
extra
think on
length.
Sweeney, the other hand, I think like while Sweeney probably could take it, I don't think he would want to. On a
Sweeney would probably
logistical
just turn around
standpoint.
and beat the guy up because he's a homophobe.
Yeah, because from Sweeney's past experience, he'll probably beat the guy up who touches him. So
I don't have a gag reflex either, so
Oh, okay, so
Perfect
we know the
candidate,
rankings. It goes Jaxon. Oh, that's it.
Let's go.
So the next question is from Fraser Murray. Empire or Rebel Alliance? I'd like to start on this. Well, obviously the Rebels win, so probably Rebels.
You rebel scum.
Nah, it's not hard. Just
Bro,
Rebels,
but do
they
the
win.
Rebels really win? The Rebels won at the end of the original sort of trilogy.
But then what happened after that?
Immediately
Yeah, it was a
after,
shit
the
show.
Nazis take
Then-
back over.
then
And then
the First Order,
maybe
which
they
is-
win again. But what's going to happen next time Disney churn out some movies? It seems like for the vast majority of time, like the Empire's
The
probably in
Empire
charge.
are in control. Yeah.
No,
Except
but
for the
what was the
prequels.
longest point of
Except for the
control?
prequels.
The Republic had the longest control. The
Yeah, but that's not
Republic
covered
and
in the
Jedi.
movies,
But that was
though.
before the
In terms of-
Empire was
the
even a
Republic and the
thing.
Jedi.
Yeah.
They were there for ages.
But that was
And
before the
this
Empire
is-
was even a thing, bro. Or by the
It's-
Rebels. How do you
Bro.
have Rebels when it's...
Let me just
No,
say-
you got to admit too, the power move, the Palpatine pull. That there's no one else who's been able to shift like
Unparalleled.
Order 66, just boom, boom, boom. Everyone's done. Nothing's been done like it. You got to give it to him.
So the next question is from... Actually, no, it's from no one. All right, minigame. Pickle Rick impersonation. I'll go first. Hey, Morty. I've turned myself into Pickle Morty. I'm Pickle Rick.
That sucked, Shaun.
All right,
I'll
someone
go
else
next because I'm going to be the best.
Morty.
Morty. Morty, I turned myself into a pickle, Morty. I'm Pickle Rick.
Nice. Go.
How do you
Hey,
burp
Morty.
like a man?
Morty, I turned myself into a pickle. I'm Pickle Rick.
Hey Morty, I turned myself into a pickle. I'm Pickle Rick. I'm not
Thanks,
very good at it.
Plums. I'll
Well,
take
as
that.
somebody
trophy.
asked the question,
I
I'll
think Jackson
probably
takes the
go-
W there.
Jaxon was
I'll
the
probably
best,
go
yeah.
Jackson best, then Sweeney because he had the burp, and then probably Cooper and then.
And
Yeah,
that was probably
I
my
fucked it
worst
up.
Pickle Rick impersonation today.
Impersonation.
Do another
All
one.
right, well, it's still one Jackson. So you should
Imagine getting Pickle Rick rolled.
All right.
Pickle Rick roll.
That would be fun.
That would be awesome.
So the next,
The greatest trick of all
is
time.
from Aeneas Roberville.
The greatest pick of all
Is
time.
democracy the best form of government? I think Cooper would have something to say about this.
You know what? I think it is. In terms of what's that? I think it's like a George Orwell quote or something. It's like democracy is like
The best
like
policy?
second worst system opposed to everything else. So even though there may be flaws, I think any alternatives
So
are
but
worse.
the thing is, what does best mean? And if you're just talking exclusively in terms of form of government, government is most concerned with governance. What is the best way that you can govern a society? It's probably
What's the
through things
fairest
like
way? What's
autocracy,
the most productive way?
authoritarianism. But why should we care about fairness?
Shut the fuck
What?
up.
China's dominating us, and it's for a reason. It's because my boy.
Yeah, because they
Xi
made us all
Jinping-
sick.
My boy, them.
So my boy Xi
Again.
Jinping is authorizing TikToks to be created, right? When did the
Sweeney,
US
what did
government
you
come
say
up with a
about
fucking
Xi Jinping?
TikTok?
Did you post a TikTok about Xi Jinping?
Ah, he's a king.
Don't worry about that. So next question.
Xi Jinping
is,
does the renegade.
This is my weekly
Sweeney.
segment.
Your fun fact
Sweeney's
of the week.
fun fact of the week. Jackson's Rubik's Cube is taking. So I'm taking over the fun facts for a bit. Listen, I've got some fun facts about
Sorry,
countries.
Jackson.
There's only one person who has had two countries named after them simultaneously. You know, two countries at the moment named after him. Who do we think that person is? Really briefly.
Mozambique.
Not at all.
Hugo
Mugabe.
Cassius.
Mugabe.
Simon Bolivier or Simon Bolivar.
Sounds like a
Him
fucking.
is the country of Bolivia named after him, but also the country of Venezuela, where my friend KyleC, who you please employ KyleC.
Please give him
Carl
money,
C.
This is
someone.
called the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. But also, there's only one country in the world that ends with the letter H. What is that country, Shaun?
Turkestan, Mugabistan,
Bangladesh. is the only
Bangladesh.
country that ends with the letter H.
Mozambique
There we
has
go. That's
every
So-
vowel in it.
So
That
the
was my
next
fun fact
question
for the week.
is,
Sweeney's fucking nerd segment.
really, it feels like winter is starting to come, doesn't it? Been a bit of rain about.
Can't say Beaner.
And a bit of rain about it. What do you think?
I'd just like to start. Yeah, there's
Is that
been a
the
bit of
topic?
rain.
Is that the
This
topic?
This is a
Is that-
I don't know who asked this. I don't know who
Fucking
asked.
terrible.
Let me just say, I'm going to call someone out. One of us four here asked this question. and
I think it was
fucking-
Jackson.
Sweeney. It was
It's
It's
definitely
Sweeney.
Sweeney.
It's Sweeney. Sweeney,
I did not
fucking
ask,
laughed
Mate, you're
about
getting
it.
the plum award. That's
Sweeney,
not,
no,
I
no,
didn't-
no, no.
that
I
was-
didn't
Sweeney,
add a
Sweeney,
single
Sweeney,
question.
Sweeney,
Really
Sweeney,
feels
Sweeney.
like winter's starting to come about. A bit of rain.
Sweeney, let me just say, people
Sweeney,
ask
that's
like
you.
questions.
That's got
people
you
ask
written all over
questions
it.
calling
It's how,
people.
it's how Sweeney
And
talks
it
to
has
girls at the
something
year
to
10
it.
social. He
Sweeney,
talks about the
this
weather.
question has fucking nothing.
Someone's
to it.
planted this.
And it's
Someone has
fucking-
planted this and is blaming it on
Fucking
me.
How
You
solved this Rubik's
This
Cube
fucking
looks.
sucks.
That's how Sweeney
Jackson,
made
it's not
friends
the
at
segment
Sydney
for it.
university
Who asked this question?
What do you think? What do you think?
with
though?
these questions.
Listen,
It's definitely Sweeney.
Winter's about.
Who's asking this question? Right,
It
so
is
I've
Sweeney.
learned
Look at
that
him.
so far.
Okay, next
So,
question.
This is a bit of an awkward one. Shaun amends his apology. So I don't know where to start. I didn't want to make this video at all, but everything I said in my initial apology was a lie. And when I say everything, I mean every single thing. I was put under scrutiny by the media to say something, and that's just what came to me at the time. But once I've had time to think about it, like...
Did the red pill assist in you taking this back, Shaun?
Yeah, I'll admit, up until 2 days... I watched the red pill a day ago. 2 days ago, I didn't think the same. But now
say
that I've watched the
Dago.
red pill...
You said
So
Bina
Shaun,
and Dago.
pills helped
Jesus.
with you going back on your apology.
look,
Did it become?
all I
Did
wanna
the pill
say-
help
all
you
I
become
wanna say-
sexually potent?
All I want to say...
Okay.
Nothing,
Say,
apparently.
rank the basic drive-throughs. Nat Edwards asks. So your McDonald's,
Like the
Red
quality of their
Rooster,
drive-through?
Yeah, just your drive. Where
I
could
think
you drive through,
KFC
rank
has a
them?
very
KFC,
bad
KFC.
drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
I agree
food's
with
They
the
have-
best.
It's very
It is
slow.
the
They
best.
Their food
muck
is
up.
the best.
The food is the best. I think
As a
KFC is great.
pescatarian, don't eat meat.
So
but
it's
food's the
worth
best.
it. I think Macca's is probably the best. Like they're just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Macca's
they're
is
too
pretty
good at what
efficient
they
with it
do.
all. They
Look,
know
I don't know what
they're
country you're
doing.
listening from. It might be any other
Could have
country
been
other than
Venezuela.
Australia. But if you're in Australia, fucking Macca's is elite. It's fucking the best. burger.
I
think
would
it'll
have
be
to
the same
say
everywhere.
that the best drive-through we have going is Galaxy Cinemas. They do a fantastic job.
Are they sponsoring next week's
are
podcast?
they paying for this ad?
They
Are you
fucking
getting
better
paid
be.
for this,
Can we
Jaxon?
bleep
Shut
that
the fuck
out?
up.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. We'll cut that now. We'll cut that out. We'll cut that
before
out.
we plug them, okay? Because then
Yeah.
they'll never
Right.
sponsor us if they're getting free plugs.
Everyone start up at this. All right, we'll cut that
And
out.
SeatGeek's got the best drive-through. You have the ranking from green to red seats.
That's it. Too true.
If you lived in the United States, would you own a gun? And if you owned a gun, how often would you carry it with you? Personally, I'll start, I suppose. If I lived in the US, I would own a gun, I think. But I feel like I'd be one of those people that kind of keep it under lock and key in the house, in my room somewhere, say like the bottom drawer,
So like Jackson's dad.
not something to have.
Keep it right next to your Dyson.
Yeah, something like that. I
Keep
wouldn't
my
want
guns
kids
close
being able
and
to
my
access
Dyson
it.
closer.
But I'd want to be able to use it for the purpose of a home intrusion. I wouldn't in public. I wouldn't ever want to carry it just because it seems like a hassle and it seems.
You got to
like
take up. Are you going to take up longer seconds of the question, Sweeney?
Yeah.
Cooper,
I mean, let us have the
would you
turn.
hold a gun?
Let
No,
me
I
just
agree.
ask-
I actually agree with Sweeney. I think because of America, because of the culture in America, I think it's hard for us to realize in Australia. But I think if I was American, I'd probably hold a gun too.
You don't have a gun in Australia?
I got 2 guns right here. What the fuck you got to say about
Sean,
that?
would you own a gun?
Where? Where
I
are
think
they?
it's a
The
redundant
police would probably
question.
shoot you dead.
Already. I haven't got a license.
Yeah, Shaun can't have a
Flavor
gun.
of shapes, asks Annie Brown. Pretty simple. Firstly, obviously, the only answer is the old flavor shapes. You know, when they
Fucking
start to do new
idiot!
shapes,
No,
that's
there's
stupid.
a universal answer.
And the answer is as good as chicken crimpies are, which get a close second. It's pizza shapes.
Yeah.
I think
Sweeney
it's Cooper because I'm the flavor of the month.
Shut the fuck up!
I'm
That's a
chasing
question to
haters, counting
come. You
haters.
shut the fuck up. That's a question to come. Shut the
Shaun,
fuck
you
up.
don't come. What do you
counting
know
haters
about
by the
that?
bunch. You got the
Oh
status
my
of a plum.
God.
You're a
All
plum.
right, let me just say,
You are a plum.
Crimpies and then cheddar is underrated.
I like cheddar.
fucking
Cheddar's good.
underrated.
Dude, the thing is,
Cheddar's very
honestly,
good.
all shapes are good. There's not a bad flavor of shapes. The new shapes are
Yeah, it's
worse
not
than
really.
the old shapes.
Vegemite's
new
really
shapes.
good. The new Vegemite
They
flavor is
They changed the
actually
new
pretty
ones back.
good.
They changed the new ones back.
Yeah,
That was
exactly. There's a
marketing
reason.
ploy.
they
That
I
did
was
like
it.
the new
definitely a
ones.
marketing ploy. Just
fine.
to change it so everyone talks
So you do
about it.
digital marketing for 2 weeks at uni, and you think
It's
you're
pizza
fucking.
shapes.
And look at
No
me.
one
And look at
dislikes
me.
pizza
Next
shapes.
semester, you'll be an ECU doing digital marketing.
Well, next, Cooper, it falls onto your shoulders again. Your capable hands.
Okay,
You're
what's
expert.
actually going?
You're explaining the
Oh.
Pirates of the Caribbean series. What have you got?
Oh,
for
that's
us?
a bit hard. Okay, I'm not. Okay, I'm trying. There's like way more than I expected. I think it's like 6. I'll probably only watch
Just
the
the
first
first
3.
three. The
The
good
first,
three.
the
Who would
first,
you know?
the first one's pretty generic. I think like Orlando Bloom and Johnny Depp, the guy who got like stabbed by his wife recently, both fight for Keira Knightley's love, and they look for this treasure that finds immortality. Johnny Depp dies, but he like just gets the immortality in time, wins the fucking battle, and hooray, hooray. Second one is they're like buddies now, Orlando Bloom and Johnny Depp, and they fight the Japanese guy, the tall guy with the long
Pikachu.
Emperor
No,
Hirohito. They drop a nuclear bomb on
You can't
Nagasaki.
take the dead man's treasure chest, and he gets. And
Well,
he
that's
gets
the first
about
one.
That. No. Oh, is that the Black Pearl?
That's
oh,
the
Black
third
Pearl's the second
one.
one.
Cool.
Oh, yeah,
So the
there's
Black
that-
You're forgetting
Pearl.
about Davy
Japanese guy.
Jones, I think, clearly. I think we've missed
I
the
think we
silent
missed the
ding
Phantom
here.
Ding.
So
That was the Phantom Ding.
child sex trafficking and...
Sweeney, you know about this.
Yes, Sweeney's
Smear
expertise.
Olga.
Sweeney's the
I
expert.
think the Clintons are certainly involved in some form of child sex trafficking in the United States. I think
So
it'd
who
be
asked that
pretty
one?
naive
Oh, I should
say not.
have talked about Pizzagate in my tinfoil.
We'll talk about Pizzagate
Well,
then.
nah,
now,
fucking
So pretty much, I'm probably
Sweeney,
not as
talk
well
about your
versed as other
pedophilia.
ones. But
Who asked this question, Sweeney?
That
just
comes
calm
from
down.
Mia Aljar.
Pizzagate pretty much was that they found out these people who were sponsoring the Democratic Party were also like in cahoots with this place that were like a pizza place, but were later to find out to have like this huge child sex trafficking ring. And it was and they used to and these
Rink.
like senators
about
and
a
members
ring?
of the
Like
Like a
put 'em on
skating,
ice
like
rink.
ice skating.
in like weird codes to ref.
69, which is pretty nice. Best Tarantino film. I'll start by saying it's certainly not
Reservoir Dogs.
I'm in Hollywood. That movie.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
I've seen it. It sucks ass. Pulp Fiction is, it gets a lot of plaudits.
Pulp Fiction's good. The thing
Pulp
with
Fiction is a super good movie.
yeah, the problem with because I've watched every single one of them. Big film buff, this guy. But the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it kind of requires to be enjoyed by like knowing a bunch of stuff beforehand, which kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
if you know it, it's quite enjoyable. I like Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is
Yeah,
fucking
I think that's
awesome.
the best. I think
Reservoir
that's-
Dogs is probably
and
my
that
favorite
gets
film.
That gets taken from a lot of people kind of mimic
Reference it,
that. So if you
yeah.
watch those movies before, then watch Reservoir Dogs, it doesn't seem as good.
That
but
was
it's-
even
it's
the
the first
first
of the
movie
kind.
that I saw that like made gangsters change their names in it, and a
Yeah,
lot
Mr.
of movies
Pink, Mr.
reference
Orange.
that now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I watched Money
Money
Heist
Heist does that.
recently,
Yeah.
and they did that a lot. Like, a lot of heist movies.
I like
do it
Kill
now.
Bill a lot. I like Kill Bill a
Bill's
lot
good
too.
as well.
Underrated.
So excluding sleep, what is the most pointless thing you have done in your life that you have cumulatively done for probably over 100 hours?
Probably
100
Sean's
hours.
mum.
Family.
Sean's mum, I'd have to
pooing.
start.
Probably pooing.
Yeah, taking a shit. I think
But
think
that's not
some-
pointless. You're excreting waste from your
But
body.
sleeping's
You
not
can't
pointless
keep that
either.
in.
Sleeping's vital.
No, it isn't.
What
I'm
about-
just saying
It's a shit.
because a lot of
worded
people would
question.
default
It's
answer.
a weird question.
No, a lot of people default answer sleeping. But like, oh, I got
People
nothing done.
sleep a lot
But
more
you
than they
need to
have
sleep.
to,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Like, you don't need to
no,
sleep
but-
12 hours
okay,
a day,
let's
but a
say-
lot of people do
what
sleep
about-
for that extra
Well,
3 or 4
let's
hours.
just say in the last few seconds, if we're doing an activity that human biology defines that we don't have to do, so it's not sleeping, it's not
What
shitting,
about
what do you think you've done for 100 hours?
Sean's
That's just a
mum.
waste of
Probably
time.
like scrolling
what about
on
opening your
Instagram
laptop?
or Facebook,
Opening your laptop
Yeah.
seems like a pretty redundant.
Or dabbing. I dabbed a lot.
or trying
Well,
to
even
find
type-
or trying to
typing
repair the
something
relationship
that-
with my
well,
father.
trying
like,
to
It's a lost
solve
biologically,
cause.
it gives you
Rubik's
carpal
Cube.
tunnel syndrome. But typing,
Rubik's Cube
like,
for me.
fucks your hand.
Okay, next question here. This comes from Josie Day. What's actually going on with the Bermuda Triangle? I'm sure we're all
Nothing.
familiar with that.
Mythbusters.
No.
I've
I
seen
think they're hiding
Mythbusters.
the
I know
gays
what's
in
up.
there.
Here
Sweeney-
come the Mythbusters.
Sweeney?
So the Bermuda Triangle is because it lies between, America, the Caribbean, and Europe, is the most
Caribbean.
traversed sea area in the world. So more ships go past there than
It's just
anywhere
because
else in
there's
the
a
world.
common a
So
lot of people.
there is
passing
more
through.
sea accidents there than anywhere else in the world as a result of the fact it's the most traveled sea lane at all. So
I think that's wrong. No, I think that's
What do
wrong.
we
No,
think,
I
Sean?
think
What's
that's
your
wrong
rebuttal?
as well.
No,
There's
no.
methane gas reservoirs under the Bermuda Triangle.
No, there's
the
some-
methane gas come up and displace the ships.
I agree with Jackson. There's something
Hey, Joycey Day
specifically
loves
around
the
there.
methane gas
Yeah, Joycey
know?
does love the meth
coming from her.
and gas.
Kind
But
of a
there's
connection
also
there, isn't it?
something specifically about the Bermuda Triangle where, like, something about, like, sea pressure or something about...
It's the methane
that's
gas.
ding. That's a ding. Yeah.
It's the meth.
The next question's really good. I know who did this one.
Is it me?
Would you rather step into the octagon to face Jon Jones or sit in the passenger seat of a car Jon Jones is driving at 4:00 in the morning? That's pretty good. I honestly
That was
think
me for that question.
you
I
would
did that.
you would take the
It doesn't matter,
you would
Jack.
take the octagon because you can tap out quickly. With the car crash, you don't know what's going to happen. He could crash into anything. He's a wild guy.
He's
But-
due,
thing
he's
is,
due
once
for a car crash as
He's
well.
due for one too. He was
The
pretty
thing is,
close. He's had some
it's-
close
it's
calls.
You'd say, oh, like, he's learned his lesson, but he's now learned his lesson 4 times. He's going to keep driving like a motherfucker.
He's also
So,
been
dude.
popped for
And
pediatric
The better he
PBs,
goes in the
4 times.
octagon, the better cars he'll get. Eventually, he'll get a speedy as fuck one. And I mean, the question asked at 4 a.m., dude, he's gonna wrap you around a fucking, you know.
But the problem is,
hall.
like, if you like the octagon thing, it's like you could tap. But imagine if you couldn't tap and you actually and he wanted to hurt you.
You just
Scary.
hit the deck. You just hit the deck.
Yeah, but then he can just hurt you more. Okay, next question. Do you wipe forwards or backwards? I think this is a no-brainer. You always got to wipe backwards because if you wipe forwards, you're wiping towards your balls and you get shitty balls. It's retarded.
Okay,
Of course, you put it to the back and then you shower. So any residue is done with water. It's fine. People who wipe forwards are retarded.
I've just recently started wiping backwards, and I like it.
So you've always went
Fair.
forwards.
Yeah, always.
I've always
What
gone
about you?
forwards.
You've gone forwards. So you've got one. So you've got
wipe
one
on the seat.
You've
I
got
wipe on
one
the seat.
square.
Backwards.
Here's
I
some
like
wiping
backwards.
for me. I'll go up like that.
You go from
and
the
bang.
side.
Way harder to go.
Yeah, I'll go from the
bang,
side.
you
I'll
know?
go from the
What?
side.
In between? What are you
First
doing?
of all, I
What,
stand
you got
up
this?
and I go backwards.
If you're going in
I go
between, it's
backwards
way
like
harder
that
to
and
go
then
back
drop.
to.
Oh, with
I
Jackson,
walk
he's got a
forward
vagina.
towards the toilet, wipe, and then drop
Dude,
it in.
if you're not
Just
going from the
grab your
side,
dick and
going
balls in
forward,
one
back,
hand.
way harder.
Like dick and balls in one hand, and then like wipe.
Hey, my dick and balls are so big, I can't do that. Gets in the way, huh? Next question. Rate yourself from least homophobic to most. Any Brown wants to know
Short.
this.
Let's do quick fire. Cooper,
All right,
start.
I'll go.
Rank.
Okay, I'll go quickly. I reckon genuinely, it's probably Jaxon, me, Sweeney, Shaun.
Am I
I'll go.
homophobic?
I'll go.
Least
I'll go
to
next.
most.
You're
Shaun,
least,
yep.
Jackson.
I'll go. So least homophobic would probably have to be Cooper, and then probably Jaxon, me, Sweeney.
Jackson's pretty
Jackson,
homophobic,
Jackson,
actually.
your thoughts?
I
Least
don't
to
have a
most.
gag reflex, so I'm not homophobic at all. Like I just prove.
Sweeney, you go. You
Just
go.
because you have
So,
sex with gay
I
guys
would
doesn't
go-
can't be homophobic.
I would go myself, Cooper, Jackson, Shaun.
You're saying it because you go to
So
Shaun
Shaun's
University of
choice.
Sydney.
So Shaun's the consensus
Me,
Shaun's
homophobic.
unironically the
racist.
most.
Homophobic.
Jackson, you got to go.
I think you're pretty homophobic.
Shaun, then
Sweeney,
me,
didn't you
then
beat up a
Cooper, then
gay guy
Sweeney.
in a
So
bar?
me-
Least
least.
homophobic.
Yeah, but only because you tried to touch my dick.
Sweeney, let's
Yeah,
just
don't
so we
be
can't be.
homophobic.
All right, let's go. Let's move on.
Okay,
move on,
next
move
next
on.
question here.
I'm not salty.
The Me Too movement in light of Joe Biden's sexual assault allegations. It's been a kind of a point of discussion because a lot of people on that side of the aisle were calling out famous people, and then
Calling out
the Joe
Joycey
Biden's
Gay.
accusations have kind of been suppressed. What do we think?
Way too political for me.
Sweeney,
Look.
you like to get political? What do you got?
Yeah, listen, you reap what you sow, I suppose. I think, you know, the comparison
rape.
obviously can be made.
Joe
is,
Biden.
the Brett Kavanaugh example. Maybe Brett
Yeah.
Kavanaugh was more likely to have sexually assaulted someone, but this notion that you ought to believe everyone, though I think he's placed in a good way, probably practically eventuates in a way where, you know, sexual assault allegations are used as a political tool. And, you know, when your candidate suddenly gets accused of sexual assault, you can't just go, no, it's bullshit.
Sweeney.
When the Republicans
It is
have been doing
bullshit.
that.
I did
Even
not
if it
touch
is
her.
more
I did
credible.
not.
Yeah, so
Who was the other
difficult.
guy? Oh, okay. Next question here. How do you like your eggs? That's from Griffin Triscari. Nice, simple, non-political.
Fertilized.
I was about to say a joke like that.
Nice.
I like fried
I
both
didn't even
sides
say.
personally.
Yeah,
if I had to be honest about
Yeah.
it,
I like pretty much sunny side up, but you just flip it for a second on the other side, so you get that nice seal and none of that gooey
I actually
plasma,
think that's the best.
and then it still pops in the middle. That's
Yeah, I
what it's
like that.
Jackson
Cooper.
ruled my answer.
Poached
I would go
is
scrambled.
really good, but it's a lot of effort.
Poached
Scrambled.
can suck
Scrambled's
my
easy.
ass.
How's not
Poached
since
is a lot of effort.
scrambled?
Scrambled is
Scrambled
probably
with
the
much
best.
overrated, I
Milk
reckon.
and salt
Scrambled
is
is
fucking brilliant.
awesome.
When
Salt,
scrambled done
unconventional-
properly,
the-
fucking
the
good.
Salt is
I've been
awesome.
having 5 eggs a day.
Fried's
It's
good.
fucking keto.
Scrambled.
Fried's easy.
No,
Fried's
the
All eggs are
true
good, 'cause it's
answer,
all
the
the same
true
shit.
answer to
Shh,
this,
Sweeney.
though unconventional, is that most people like their eggs as an ingredient rather
Shut the
than
fuck up,
as
Sweeney. You're an
standard.
idiot. You're a
This is dumb.
wanker. You're
I
an
didn't
idiot.
like this.
You're
Most
a
people
fucking
like them as
You
an
think you're
ingredient.
smart. You think you're smart.
Okay,
You're
who
plump.
would give the best blowjob? Another gay question from Ben
Me.
Narby.
Me again.
Jackson's got the biggest mouth, and we found that on a couple podcasts ago. So that's probably an attribute.
But wouldn't I theoretically have the biggest lips?
No, you're the consensus homophobe, Sean. You'd probably
No,
stand
I
up
feel
and
like
start
you need to
punching
have
them.
experience of fellatio to know how you ought to give fellatio, right? And in that regard, it's obviously the big
I don't have
boys
a
against
gag
me, Cooper,
reflex.
Jackson. Yeah, Jackson, 100% then, if you don't have a gag reflex.
Yeah.
You know,
Want me
it's
to
like
put the
it's like
spoon
it's
down my
like it's
throat
like
again?
it's like athletes,
quickly
right? They
see-
say
Jackson,
if you
we should
start a
catch
sport
up
at a
after
younger
this.
Can we
age,
quickly
you're better
see?
at it when you're
Can we
older.
quickly see who
And I've
can
been
open
doing
their
it my whole
mouth the
life.
widest? Let's everyone see who can open their mouth the widest.
But that's not about it. You want that good suction.
See,
You want
mine's
if you-
narrow.
if you don't have a
Mine's
Gatorade
narrow,
reflex,
but Jackson's the
obviously,
widest.
Jackson's
Yeah.
a good blowjob.
Yeah,
I can get the
Gatorade.
largest height, but Jackson gets
You know
the
what?
Jaxon
If you
will
can
just
throw
get-
us 1,000 viewers, Jackson will give
So
you.
if you want a blowjob, go to Jackson.
Okay, next question. I don't like this one, but here it is. Mini game. The gang straight arms a shot.
Fuck,
I don't really
alright.
know.
Wait, I
how
don't
that's
want to
gonna
ruin this
go.
bumper.
I don't. But I'm doing it from the bottle, and I don't want to waste like.
a shot of red
I don't know
wine
how
or
I'm
like
gonna
a
do
shot
this.
of hard liquor? So
Okay,
I've got red wine. I don't really
I'll
want to do
skull
that.
this, and then I'll.
Yeah, I'll do a shot of wine and then I'll do it with water.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
that
want
wasn't
to
a fucking straight
No,
arm.
no, no, I'm putting it in. I'm putting it in.
Ah.
shot of vodka, shot of red wine.
I've sort of
This
bent my
is-
arm eventually.
Is this a
though,
fucking
but I
shit?
tried
Did
it.
someone ask this?
Yeah.
Nah, no. Oh, okay. You're a fucking.
Mine's
idiot.
gonna
This
go
came from
really
Adam
well.
Patterson. I sort of bent mine on delivery, and I think I did the same thing as Jackson.
Oh fuck! I just fucking poured
It just
water
went
down
all over
my
my
shirt.
chest.
Yeah.
That was so
Um,
shit.
What a fucking shit question.
Cooper, you suck.
piss time.
Cooper.
Oh, is Sweeney yellow?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Cooper's
Um,
yellow. Cooper, new question. So the question is, which Tesla model is more appropriate as a family vehicle, the Model X or the Cybertruck? This is from Maddie Carroll.
Oh, sorry, my mic was down. Sorry.
Cybertruck's fucking awesome. Not
Yeah,
a
I'll
family
just-
car though, but Cybertruck wins.
I'll just
by
choose a
default.
Cybertruck. Yeah.
Cybertruck's awesome, man.
Yeah, Cybertruck as a whole. Wait, what's the other one?
The
The
Model X. Model X is like
the
a
Model X is a
sedan.
fucking plum car. It's a fucking
Yeah.
plum car, mate. The Cybertruck's fucking look. It looks fucking sick. It's sleek. And
I
it has
don't own a
sleek
Cybertruck by
design.
the age I'm 60. I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
Like our sponsor, Ridge Wallet. Ridge Wallet with their
Not
sleek
this week. Not
metallic
this week.
design.
Not this week. Not this week.
No, they didn't pay this week, Sean. Don't give them that. Don't give that ad time.
Can we bleep
okay?
that out? We'll bleep
Yeah,
that out. I think.
John Norton Morgan.
We'll
cut
let
that out,
Jamie
cut
edit that out.
cut that
Was that a
out.
ding? Was that a ding, Sean?
No, it was. Oh, now
Oh,
it
there
is.
we go.
There it
Okay.
Um,
Our final question for me: cultural appropriation. What do we think? I think this is a very Sweeney product.
Just got red wine.
I'll
on
try
my
to tackle it.
fucking
Okay, I'm
couch.
going to do this question as Sweeney. Okay, are you guys ready?
Mm.
Listen, I think cultural appropriation has been a term that's been blown up in the current political climate. I think we've always appropriated things from other cultures and we've never batted an eye. But recently, because of political correctness and social justice warriors, we care all suddenly about these things, which I don't think you should try to inherently take a point from a culture and trivialize it or make it bad. But I think it's okay to take from cultures, and everyone takes from each other and everyone gives, and we all progress as a society.
That's a great answer, Sweeney.
And I do think you're more of a wanker
Excellent
because of
answer.
it.
Yeah, no, I think.
How did
I
I
think
go?
you're
How did I
a-
go? How was
think
that?
That
you're-
was good.
I think you're
That
a
was good.
certified.
Motherfucker!
Congratulations.
Sweeney
you
will watch that
successfully
in
imitated
post.
Sweeney.
Okay.
Ding.
Next
Next
question
question
is
is
green
this.
guy.
Green guy, that's me. Who has the most complex skincare routine in the group?
Who's
Probably
I-
me.
Just
I would like
Hitchman
Sweeney
asked
to
that
start
one.
with this one.
What do you
From
do?
Chris
What do you
I would
reckon?
expect Sean does, to be honest. I think Sean,
I have
of all of
one
us,
thing.
cares
Black
most about
people
how
love
he looks.
moisturizing.
I have
And then
one
Cooper?
thing.
Cooper, what do you reckon about this?
Yeah, I'd probably say Sean. Actually, no, probably you, Jaxon, because you're always getting those sweet facials.
Yeah.
My mum does have a degree in facials, so that's
Yeah, I gave it to
I
her
gotta
too.
change shirt. This is fucking wet everywhere. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
my shirt got
I
wet
think
too.
I think Sweeney would be the
I think I would
least
have
amount, and
the
then Sean,
complex.
and then Jaxon.
But
and
even
me and
mine,
Jaxon
mine's not
probably
that
equal.
big. Mine's
So
literally
mine, I personally,
two facial
every, shit, I was just trying to not let Sean talk.
You talk.
I have a sunscreen moisturizer that I apply like once.
I have
every
an
few days.
aftershave moisturizer that I put on after I shave.
Yeah, see, I didn't shave. What did you shave with the last time you shaved, Jaxon?
A razor, Dollar Shave Club.
That's
I
a
mean, can we
ding.
blip that out? They didn't pay. All right, fellas. Sweeney, name 5 rappers. As a classic musical fan,
That's
I'd like to see
that's
you
a
try.
really
So
funny
I
topic. You
start.
came up with that. Name as
Eminem.
many as you can. Name as many as you
Eminem.
can. Just keep
Oh,
going.
Eminem.
That doesn't count.
Ice
Yeah, it's-
Cube. Kanye
Yeah.
West was probably a rapper, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Cursor. 360. Fuck. What's the British guy? Fucking.
Come on, think about it. Shut down.
Yeah.
Ring
No,
pussy,
that's
it's
the guy.
shut down.
S starts with S.
S. Give me the next letter.
Just go next. Think of the other one.
But that was the only other one.
I know when that hotline bling.
Oh, Drake. He's not a rapper. He's just
He's not really. He's just a racist.
He's just a
But that members of
pedophile.
the Wu-Tang Clan.
Skepta was the guy I was thinking of.
Skepta.
Sweeney won't
Yeah.
know anyone. If Sweeney knows one member of the Wu-Tang Clan, I'll shit myself on camera.
Yeah, wait.
He was a member of the Wu-Tang.
He's
Clan.
an NWA. What does NWA stand for, Sweeney?
Neighbor with attitude.
My nice friends with attitude. We missed a sign.
That one's a ding. Would you
ever
prefer-
date a mate's sister?
Sweeney, let's start with you on
Sweeney,
this.
why'd you steal that question off me?
So
you
would never
must have
date-
some input.
You can never date a mate's sister. It's immoral. But you can date the sister of someone that you know and acknowledge the fact that they'll probably no longer be your mate after you've done such. Which
Can we get some?
unfortunately
Can we get
happens.
some anecdotes from you, Sweeney? What do you have to say about
I dated someone who was the sister of one of my.
How old was she?
I suppose.
Old enough,
At that time, she was.
You'd hope.
I don't know, somewhere from
Sweeney on a scale of
12
1
to
to 10?
Yeah,
12
let's.
to
I
9.
don't like the
How cringe
direction
was
of this
it?
question.
And how old
Sweeney,
were
on a
you?
scale of 1 to 10, how cringe was it?
15.
15
think,
on the cringe?
Pretty, not that cringe.
Let's get. I think it's okay, but I think you just gotta be respectful.
Sorry,
you
Cooper.
know?
Hey, that's a ding. Who's the biggest closeted homosexual out of the group? Griffin Jaskari, thanks for that one. I think we've already answered this one a couple times tonight. We've covered it pretty well.
You know what,
Cooper?
Griffin, that question's
Me?
sacked.
I'm not
This
gay.
question,
I-
listen, Cooper, this is a question specifically for you in replacement. Xavier Mitchell asks that if you had an Uncle Jack and your Uncle Jack...
Hey, pause.
Thanks, dickhead.
You
I'd
know
like
the
to say
first thing when
Shaun.
he
Shaun's
goes-
pretty gay.
Sweeney, repeat. You paused. You paused, Sweeney.
Sweeney, we get it. You got off an elephant. Awesome.
What did you say, Sweeney? It paused.
If your Uncle Jack helped you off a horse, would you help your Uncle Jack off a horse? Xavier Mitchell asks this.
Yeah, I guess so. But you know what?
You'd
Once
help
you
your
start
Uncle
doing
Jack
that
off a
horse, you
horse?
look each other in the eye while you're doing it. That camaraderie. Then you start looking at each other, and Uncle Jack might demand some other things. I'm not speaking from experience particularly, but it's just
It's a
sociology.
bonding experience.
Is that a ding?
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. What's more important, a child's rights or a parent's freedom? Thanks,
That's a good question.
anus rebutthole.
Butthole, yeah, we're a butthole.
Sean, your girlfriend asked a question. What do you got?
Actually, it's a bit of a weird question.
Could be you go.
I would almost. I reckon a more important question would be the other way around. Would be the children's freedom and the parents' rights.
Sure,
Because mostly the issue between that dynamic is the parents trying, like, the classic, like parental argument, how you should raise your kids, is how much your parenting limits the kids' freedom, how they're going to experience things for
Here you're
themselves.
comparing capitals and lowercase letters. It doesn't matter much. You know, rights and freedoms or freedoms and rights. It's not a lot. But my question is, why do kids have rights? Like, do they? I don't really think kids do have
They have
rights.
the right for you not to have sex with them,
That's a
Sweeney, and
ding
you
on
don't allow that one at all.
Minigame. Jaxon names the color of the rainbow. Whoever did this is an idiot because I had Mr. Sivrite, or Mr. Partington in year 6, and
Mr.
it's
Sivrite
red,
knows all
orange,
about
yellow, green,
rainbows.
blue, indigo, violet, and me. So
Sean, you
for
name
the-
the colors of the rainbow now. What do you got?
Red,
the rest of
orange,
this-
yellow and
Yellow
green,
and green,
blue and
blue and
indigo,
indigo,
violet and
violet and
me.
me.
So for the
Everyone
rest of
knows
this
side by
question,
side,
I'd like to
together we
update my
grow.
Ladbrokes card because my card got declined.
It's 'cause
Thank
you
you,
showed
Mr.
on the
thank you,
Maybe
Mr.
podcast.
our
Partington,
new
you
segment,
turned
Jackson.
Jaxon
What's
to
your
what he
bet
is
of the
now.
week? Jackson's bet of the
My
week.
bet of the week, I'm putting $300 on Pettis by
I'm actually gonna put $100.
I gotta say quickly,
on
it's very
An-
unfortunate this
Anthony
podcast
Pettis.
comes out on a Monday, so after Pettis's
Yeah,
Victory.
Sorry,
Let's-
mate.
let's
hope- Victory.
You should have watched.
let's
You
hope
should
we'll
have
see.
tuned in live to all the viewers that missed out. You should have tuned in live.
So yeah, should have
tuned in live.
jumped on it while you had the
Pettis has
chance.
a diverse knockout ability.
And as
Sorry,
wait,
he's
so
just
Sweeney, as a
dating.
Pettis fan, as a big pedo, you
Next
As a
show,
big pedo.
what's the flavor of the month? Thanks, Joe, for that one.
I'm the flavor
I'm
of
the
the
flavor
month.
of my.
I'm
Sweeney,
chasing
I heard
papers.
you're the flavor of the month this month.
Listen, I'm the flavor of the month. I came from nothing. Now it's something that rhymes with month. Put my boys in the back of the trunk.
My boy
Boy,
Dan.
damn.
I'm the flavor of the month. I
Boy,
came
Dan.
from having the trains as a month. I'm chasing papers, counting haters by the bunch. You got the status of a plum. You're a plum.
Plum
Sure.
time.
What's the flavor of the month?
I would say no. It's the flavor of the month. Is
Cinnamon.
somebody.
Cinnamon's the
I would
flavour
say,
of the month.
We've always said that Jaxon was the flavor of the month, like probably 4 to 8 months ago.
You shut the hell up.
But
You
last no. So
Sean,
this
watch
month
your
was me,
Sean. Watch
last
your
month
mouth.
Sweeney, and the month before was Cooper. But I don't remember.
Watch your mouth, Sean.
Jackson's been our monthly host. I can't wait for the next one.
Fucking Sean, discuss the men's rights movement. If you're a fucking wanker and a dickhead.
And I know a lot about men's rights, so someone call me an expert. But realistically,
Is that because you hate women?
Why now? Let him talk. Let him talk.
So realistically, men's rights is something that we do need to stand for. And everyone sees it as women have no rights and all these other minorities have no rights. But really, men have no rights because we have the expectation. And when I say we, I mean a white male. We have an expectation of being successful and supplying for our family where we can't expect any other race or gender to supply for our family.
Don't females too have like expectations that are governed by society?
No. It's only males. Males only have the expectation of supplying for their family and providing for them.
Thanks, Sean. You fuckhead. Who can handle the spiciest food from Christy Hitchman? Probably that guy from YouTube. Probably that guy from YouTube who does that really spicy.
I got to start. We, as sort of punishment for failing our weekly challenges.
I'm gonna do it right now. Wait,
I had the spiciest sauce I could possibly have. We said Jaxon for failing the walking challenge. You should have one. And Jackson showed us his spicy sauce.
That is sweet chili.
Sweet chili, cinnamon, and soy.
Chili sauce.
That's pathetic.
Look at this chili sauce.
Sweet chili, ginger, and soy. And I thought, Jesus, Jackson, that'll actually kill you. Put that in the shelf.
So Jaxon tried to change the narrative too beforehand, saying that his dad got it out of the back closet. He was like, "Look, I've got this, but you shouldn't try it." And
that
it's just
chili sauce.
And while
Jackson's
dad,
that's straight heat.
That's not.
You want Frank's Red Hot extra sauce. That's what you want. That extra hot.
Oh, sorry, that's next question.
I think we should do a version of Hot One.
Prediction for what date 100-person gathering will be allowed. Next Sunday, 1 week from now.
100 people. We're not even in step 1 yet.
I reckon it'll be 3 months. 3 months.
I reckon the end of June.
Yeah, no, end of June's mid-July.
Or the mid-July.
Did you just say we're not step 1? We are step 1. We're 10 people.
No. WA is step 1. WA is specific from the rest of the country. This is a national agenda.
Oh, it didn't say that.
Just like the feminist movement, Sean.
We're all in WA here.
International agenda. What do you think of feminists, Sean?
So the thing I'd like to say about feminists is that while feminists have a good point, like males' activism is still a popular topic and should be
for
the foreseeable future.
Fuck, I can't remember the last time I get a shot.
Sean's going to be upvoted so much on Reddit.
What I'm trying to say is that while you think of feminism, why don't we think about male activism at the same time?
This next topic's going to really get Sean.
No, let me talk. All right.
Sean, what do you got?
So this one is Sean explains what LGBTQIAAP means. So I know
just sound them out. Just go
lesbian, gay, bisexual,
Batista,
transvestite, queer, intersexual,
impotent, anal,
apisexual,
absent,
ambidextrous, and petite. And the
petite, Sweeney, you know a lot about that.
Ambidextrous
knows
is
all
going to be the
about
highlight. The rest
he
we
calls
know.
him a transvestite.
So, like,
what does the plus mean?
What's the plus mean?
You know what?
Plus more.
You know what the plus means?
men.
It's like Disney Plus.
No, you're all forgetting.
The plus is you have to pay
You're all
for it.
forgetting. The LGBTIQ
$10.99
plus community is trying to involve all of us, including all 4 of us. We're all part of the community. The plus.
Are we part of the plus?
Yeah, we're a part of the plus. All straight.
What's the status
Next
of the plus?
topic, Sean.
So what we're after here is, what are your predictions for the next 100 years? This is from Joe Rafael. Cooper, do you have any good predictions?
For the next 100 years? I don't know. Hopefully global warming kind of subsides. We find a solution to that.
State-enforced homosexuality.
State-enforced homosexuality.
Trash economy.
Let me just
Teaching kids in Nigeria JavaScript.
Can I just say, seriously?
I just want to say, while Iraq may not be like the utopian state we all dream of, And I don't say if it's
India
right or wrong.
superpower by
Sweeney,
2022.
Sweeney,
You know
let's go.
SodaStream will do.
No,
3D printing will do for assault rifles. What
SodaStream did for soda.
That's what I think. The next 100.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
agree.
That's
I
good.
agree.
Childlike play, I think,
play.
is very important. A sense of wonder, really.
Jaxon loves children.
Hopefully, within 100 years, I can finally come out of the closet.
All right, so we hope so as well. But how close of a friend do you need to be for someone to be accepted to shit at their house? This is from
I've got a good answer for this. I think.
Go ahead, Cooper.
Okay, I think you can start shitting at a friend's house as soon as you're both comfortable with enough to make fun of each other's family.
That's a good one.
Super good
Fair
answer.
enough.
What do we think of that measure? What do we think of that measure?
Well,
I think it's a good one.
personally, I would say, like, the moment I'm able to go to someone's house, I would shit at their house. But that's obviously the cut.
Yeah, look, if I really have to go,
Yeah, no,
I will, but I'll try to avoid it.
I think
I'd
agree.
agree.
with
I'd
Cooper.
never let Sean in my house.
I would adapt Cooper's
Go
answer
with that skin
slightly.
colour.
In that, it's not that
I'll tell you
when
what, shitting
you are
out-
wanting to shit, but it's when
more than
you
shitting
allow
out.
your friend to shit. It's probably based on slightly when your family starts feeling comfortable joking about that other member as well.
Yeah.
And it's the mutual sort of piss taking that probably defines it.
Yeah, which
What
it's
your
not.
dad is like, look at old Cooper fucking coming in.
Doing a big
What do you know
shit.
about piss?
Yeah.
What do you know about piss taking? Sorry, Sweeney, that's a
still a
dig.
lot of
You're going to cut you off there.
Sweeney loves the dingers.
What's the best event we've all attended together? This is from Ben Clark. Jaxon, I reckon you have something to say about this.
Adam Patterson's going away party when he went to Melbourne because we all fucked that guy.
We
and
all
he left.
celebrate
That
and
was
rejoice that we
awesome.
never to see this fuck stick again.
Yeah.
Sweeney, what do you have to say about that?
The best event that we've ever all been at one time.
Dimensions. Oh, Bali was
Claire's
fucking
birthday.
Jackson wasn't
good.
I
there. Jackson
wasn't there
even
for that.
there.
Jackson wasn't there for that.
Nah,
Barley probably was though.
Sorry,
yeah,
Jackson.
Barley was pretty
Yeah,
good.
Barley was fucking insane.
Improvisation.
when we were remember that time we were at Jackson's house and he fell asleep. And he was just like hell fucked up, and then we snuck into his mum's room and smoked underwear together.
Yeah.
Underwear.
I'll be
That was
talking
my
about
grandma's
He had no
house.
idea.
That wasn't my
No,
fault.
Remember that
record?
time where Jackson wasn't there?
That's on the record. I'll talk
We held a
about it.
party at Jackson's house, so he was there in spirit.
Yeah, I
but we
remember
just,
that,
did it in his backyard.
I don't remember that at all.
And then you invited his
So
ex-girlfriend
the
over.
next question we got here is:
You do that a lot, don't you?
what's on your bucket list? This is from Ben Narby. Cooper,
He's an
what's
ex for
on
a
your
reason,
bucket list?
Chief.
What's on my bucket list? Mine's probably finally to come out of the closet. Finally accept who I am. I don't know when it will happen, but hopefully, it's something I want to do before I die.
Congratulations. I hope you come out of the closet successfully and without hate.
Mine's probably to reach the default green tier of SeatGeek when I sign up for their program. And they offer you the best seats, seriously. And they show the best seats, but you have to pay a bit of a premium if you want the best seats possible. But the more you use SeatGeek, the more likely you are.
Mine would
by
probably
default.
be to reach, I don't know if there's tiers on Reddit, but mine would be to reach the highest tier on Reddit.
Shut the fuck up. There isn't.
Next
Sweeney,
week.
mine would be to achieve the longest bleep on the podcast ever, which is right now, when I'm going to say, motherfucker, stain, pedophile.
All right, I'm writing that one
Jackson,
down.
I think
This is
you may
going.
have
This
done
is
that.
going on the sheet.
So I would like to say the next question is: if you could rid the world of one thing, what would it be?
Hey, I can't
I'm going to get the
I
longest
can't-
bleep again here.
I can't writ
No, no,
anything
no,
well.
no,
Ever
you-
since I
you
got that
listen.
acupuncture, I became impotent and couldn't writ well either.
Cooper,
Man, those freaking needles.
Oh,
will get you, hey.
Sweeney's
Those
frozen.
freaking needles.
really
will get
believe
you,
your
hey,
answer to
man.
last week.
What'd you say, Sweeney?
Bobby Clark, he couldn't believe what you said to last week's question. It seemed like you wanted to rid a particular sect of this world.
Hey,
What
Bobby
do you
Clark
mean?
can suck a dick.
There was, a certain ethnic people originating from the Middle East that it seemed like you really wanted to rid.
Oh,
Who,
really,
Arabs?
Cooper?
I love the Arabic
Not
people.
quite.
Cooper does have a
longer
lot of Arabic
nose.
friends, therefore
Who?
he should not be racist.
Think banking capabilities.
I think longer nose
Think
has got nothing to do
Israelites.
with race, but more individuality. So I don't know. I don't think you should stereotype a race as
Those
that.
freaking needles. So the next question is:
Bobby Clark is a Jew.
Tonight's MVP. Sweeney, who do you think is tonight's MVP?
I think Cooper. I think Cooper had some pretty standout lines for me. I think
Sure.
it was
That's enough out of you,
pretty-
Cooper. What do you think?
Oh, it's hard. I think everyone did much better than last
the
week,
fuck up,
which
pick
I'm
a
happy
person.
for. If I have
Pick
to
a
pick
person.
someone, probably Jackson.
Jackson, who
Yeah.
do you think?
Can you go first, Sean?
No, I'm the host.
So
I
you
Sean's
want the
gonna
votes,
base it.
Jackson.
All right. I reckon Cooper as well. Cooper did really good. Had some good lines. He's the only person that made me physically laugh out loud
Well,
twice.
fuck. I'll have to say, as someone who watches the podcast mildly, Cooper,
Mildly.
you won this week's MVP.
Thank
Congratulations.
you, fellas.
Can I
Thank
say
you
as
so
well, I
much.
think
I think we all did well.
Cooper won
Outstanding
this
effort.
easily, and to celebrate,
without
Cooper,
a
you've
doubt.
got the next 8 seconds to say thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't know. I'm proud of my efforts,
Hey,
but I
hey,
think
did
everyone
you-
did much better than we did last week, and I'm happy that we're getting better at this progressively. I think the pre-show podcast is a good
Okay,
idea.
Shut the
enough
fuck
out of
up.
you. So the Status of Plum Award for the worst topic, Sweeney. Who do you think?
I've only
Oh.
got one nomination, and that nomination is Griffin Triscari, because he asked, what is the best beer ever, which is something we covered in week 1. Wasn't a lot added to
Cooper,
that.
what do you
No.
think?
Griffin
What do
Triscari
you
or the
have to say?
plum.
Oh, it's hard. I should be noting these down. There was one about, I don't know.
I've noted
Just-
one down as well, and someone's already got it.
Sean, what have you noted down?
I've already noted down that, yeah, Griffin. We've already said so many
Yeah,
times.
that's fair. Then.
What the
He's
word?
done.
That's
we've
the most
done that
generic
before.
question. All right, Jaxon, who do you think?
Fuck, I'm looking now.
All right, it doesn't matter. Griffin,
The
congratulations.
dick question in your mum or dad from Griffin. That's been asked again.
Oh,
as well.
that
double
was right.
Griffin.
That was
Two
okay. That
different
was a good
questions
question.
from the same dude.
That's been asked.
All right,
No.
Griffin,
Listen,
sorry.
it sounds like
Sorry
Griffin,
to
sorry
announce.
you're the plum, but thank you for your contributions. Honestly, you had a lot this week.
And hopefully your question's bad enough to win Plum of the Year award. So the next question from here is the Dude Hold My Beer award. Who do we think
Listen.
won that?
I've got 3 nominations personally, 3 opinions on it. The first is Xavier Mitchell asking, "Are you a porn star if you have OnlyFans?" I think we had some good discussion about that.
Go next.
Secondly,
go next.
Annie, are you who's the most?
Yeah, I
That's
Oh,
the
yeah?
one.
I vote for the who's the most homophobic.
At what point are you friends enough to shit in someone's house?
The
I
most
think the shit in
homophobic-
someone's house. I think
The
shit in
most
Shit in
someone's
homophobic-
house.
someone's house, I think, was probably
The
my
most
I
favorite.
reckon that's the best.
Mine's
100%.
most
I would have to say the definitely best viewer submitted questions would have to be from Annie Brown. They
Homophobic.
No, but it's not. It's about a
I mean, that's a
particular.
2-2 split.
But
That's
I
a
know what he's
2-2
saying.
split. So
Homophobic.
we've got 15 seconds. Do we think shit in someone's house or Annie Brown's best? Who's the most homophobic? Was better?
Homophobic.
probably shit
I
in
reckon shit
house,
in
but
someone's
overall
house.
Shit in
Annie
house.
Brown.
Shit in house.
Shit in
It's
house.
about
Shit in
individual. That's shit in house. Congratulations, Xavier Mitchell. You're the Dude Hold My Beer
That's a
award
good
winner.
question. That's a good question. Rightly earned.
And that is 100. That is 100, fellas.
So
Cheers to you.
thanks everyone for tuning in. We actually do appreciate it. I know a lot of people have messaged me recently, like saying, "Where do I
Megan
submit
Rundle.
questions?" Anywhere.
Megan Rundle. It's her
Literally
birthday.
message
Happy
to
birthday, Megan Rundle.
Any of us.
An enemy of the show.
Yeah, so Megan Rundle.
Friend, I
You
mean.
send all your questions to Jaxon, but everyone else, send it to any of us. Feel free. Send it to me, Sweeney, Cooper, anyone on any media, or in the YouTube comments below.
And could
Thanks
I
for
add,
tuning in.
you've heard at the start of the show and you're about to hear again, KyleC, he put in God's work to develop us this introduction song. We all tried last week. You heard it last week, and you heard that none of us were particularly musically talented.
God bless. God bless.
KyleC, he fucking delivered. And seriously,
Go KyleC.
this motherfucker's stuck in Venezuela.
Stay strong in
That
Venezuela.
motherfucker.
If
Shout
you
out
can
to
offer
him.
this dude a job, please give him a job.
Yeah.
Kyle
Please
Z
give him a
is
protection
probably my
visa.
favorite
He's
racist.
passionate and he will do the best.
Goodbye.
Four guys sitting tight, 100 minutes messing with ya, 100 beers, screaming cheers, 100 topics, no psychotropics. Welcome to the Centurion and enjoy our pandemonium.